How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Today we got some NA 5V5 1V1 DUELS. I still have not fixed this at all. Can I do it real quickly? Like, it's got to be either lighting or it's like a setup with my webcam, dude. It's one of those two. How to find a band? What do you mean by band? Like if we're talking about like groups, I'll show you in a second. But if you mean like literally a band, I used to be in a band. Easiest is whoever you go to school with. Outside of that, I mean, I guess you could try Craigslist. People even use Craigslist still. Group, yeah, LFG. We'll have it listed in a second here, my guy. In a second. Let's figure out what is causing this. It's either a, is it a white balance? Might be white balance. White balance makes it better. Makes me more pink. Actually kind of okay. But there's still, it's got to be a shadow, right? Is it a shadow? Oh, I think it is shadow. It's not that bad, though. What the hell? Bro? Maybe I gotta mess around with the chroma key, and I'm not about to do that, dude. I'm not about to mess with my chroma key because the rest of, like, I got this thing functional and I'm about to break it if I mess with the chroma key. So we ain't gonna do that. We're just gonna go here, leave it alone. It's, you know, it's tiny webcam, tiny problems, all that good stuff. We'll have the group ready in just a second here, boys. Unless Chill's already got one up and running. I have no idea if he does though. Ooh, that's loud. Unless Chill's already got a group right now, or like Chicago or somebody regular. Boris actually said he's going to be here today. I don't know if he's actually going to be here, but he said he wants to join. I told him one time, we'll see if he's around. He might already have a group listed. We will find the groups listed in LFG under Raids Legacy if you guys do want to join in for 5V5 1V1 DUELS. Let me post exactly how to join in. But yeah, let me get the also on the character that's going to be my spectator character. Dal do be slamming though. He do be slamming though. It's going to be under Raids Legacy. If you put the groups under PvP, it does not let you do cross faction, unfortunately. So you have to list it under Raids and Legacy. And we got one with Boris. Hey, okay, so I got a second group up and running. So you can join either one. Yeah, it's going to be under Raids Legacy, Molten Core. That's where we usually list them. That's usually where we list them, just for the cross faction goodness. You can join either one, either with Boris or with my group, whoever's going to be lead for that group. We'll figure that out in a second. But yeah, that's where you'll find us. I have it pinned in the chat. You Dungeons and Raids, pre-made, Legacy. Yeah. You're good. Alrighty, and also let me start getting through my BNet friends list and seeing who I can get in here. Does Apex do these? Hey Apex. Hey Apex. Wanna join 5V5 DUELS tonight? I don't remember if Apex joined these, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. Boris is in a group. Hey, need a group? Chihuahua. Yeah, do not contact this man right here. Hey, CJ, wanna join 5V5 DUELS? Got groups up right now. Try to see if we can get some groups in here. Oh, C-Rude. C-Rude doing stuff? Oh, he's already in doing stuff. Hey, C-Rude, wanna join some 5V5 1V1 DUELS? He's already mid-arena, but I'll ask him anyway. Hey, DUELS tonight? Blood Dagger, I wanna see if he's down for it. Any? Hey, wanna join 5V5 DUELS? Question mark? Copy is on, but Copy I'm pretty sure plays PvE. He'll only, okay. This is, oh! Hockey! Hey! DUELS? I missed this man right here. Hockey Wind. Haven't seen him in a second. Joker is a PvE guy. Kenderic, yo. DUELS tonight? I got a group right now. Covey, Dawnbreaker, hey, DUELS after that key? Question mark? Hockey invite, please. Got you, my man. Got you, big man. And dual time will snap us an A. It is an A. It is an A DUELS. You are correct. Yeah, we were able to get quite a few of them done last week. And now we're able to get them done overall. Law is Cryo. Okay, that's from the Mr. Claus group. Got it. Lux. Blind Cat is on a Mugambala. He's already doing stuff. Metsu. Oh, MDAG. Yeah, I don't know if these guys are doing duels or not, man. Duels? I got a group right now. Unless he's already in. That's Metsu if he's doing. Hey, man. We're doing some NA duels. Wanna join? Let's see if he's down for it or not. No lie. It is expected from a lead. Get it. Or come, or take a break and do some duels instead. I'm gonna try to see if I get lights out in here, maybe. Invite. Okay, we got Chills, my boy. And who else messaging me? TJ, got time for a couple? Yo, we'll get him in here. Okay. We gathering the homies right now. Yeah. We'll try to see if we can get a couple for him. Who else? Trickster? Yo, Duel later? If they're down. Kenderick, what's he saying? I'm down eating after eating. Okay. Let me know. So hopefully we can get him in here. Does Radjud want to join? He was whispering me some real weird messages before, man. Hey, Vamp, wanna join some duels? Also, Layson, man, I want to see if he's around. Like right now, we got groups forming right now, but you are welcome to join later or whatever you like, my man. Yeah. What is Caneric say? Okay, so Caneric is down. He's just gonna need to grab a bite. So we need 2 on this team. I don't know how many boards he's gonna need, but we need 2 on my team, and it'll be good to go. And it'll be Gucci. Invite, yo, Trickster, yo, in mid games is popping mid here. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Okay, this team just needs literally 1 more. If you guys got homies you want to invite, more than welcome to. That'll make it easier on my end. But we have a number of people online right now. On Team NA. So we're kind of solid. Damn, this NA duels are late. I want to watch, but already have a sleep. All good, brother. If you gotta peace out and you gotta get some sleep, don't ruin your sleep over me, man. Don't ruin your sleep over me. And my 2 set are wood. Get it, my man. Yeah, so dude, get it. See, Mark? Yo, my boy is it, dude. After the nerfed Arcane, let's see how good these nerfs for Arcane are. I'm gonna make Chill lead. Gonna double check with other group, then queue when we are all good. 2 seconds. Alrighty, Chills, you're the lead, my man. Do your thing. And I'm gonna double check the other group. How they're doing. Are they good? Is Boris good? I don't see Boris listed. So question is Boris all good? Boris, yo, group ready? Chicago is in Cage of Carnage, so Chicago is playing as Evangelist? Yo, okay. Hold on a second. 3 out of 5? Oh, they're 3 out of 5. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna need a couple more then. 2 more bodies. Where are they listed? Or are they listed under like Dragonflight? Oh, they are listed under Emergency. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Invite, I help. Chat, I'm gonna join in Team Boris. If y'all want to join in, if you're interested in joining duels, Boris needs 2 more bodies. And if you guys want to compete, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna try to see if we can get in here. It's not watching these, but it's like, dude, yeah, I know, but like, I gotta give NA duels, like, give them their time. I stream super early for EU, right? For me, I'm on like at 3 p.m. man. Need 1 more? Beautiful. Yeah, list my group. Actually, what I'll do is I'll delist it, and I'll list it into Molten Core. So if y'all want to join it at Molten Core, yeah, I'm just gonna switch it to Molten Core. I don't think it makes a difference. You guys should still be able to see the group in under Raid's Legacy anyway. But like, I'm gonna list it under Molten Core. When you doing a Moss, who do we invite, man? Who do we get in? Who's gonna take that last spot for the Team Boris? With pretty sure Lightsword. Even he's decided he's gonna take a breather. Good. Where's that elite, man? Get that bread. You get it, my man. Thinking about elite, dude. I gotta play some BG Blitz, man. I haven't played Blitz in a second, dude. I've been getting my gear on my road, but I haven't been really playing Blitz, man. I've been missing it. I love Blitz, dude. Guess I'll stay a while. Little self-torture won't hurt. Honestly, dude, sleep is important. You can lose sleep, you can never regain it. So if you want to hang out for a bit, you're more than welcome to. But if you do want to dip out, no one is gonna blame you. Trust me, friend. Trust me. So if Chicago gets out of their group, like if they get done with their solos, maybe we can get stuff done. I could ask Landis. Hey, Landis, want to join 5v5 Duels, friend? Also with my man Conan, dude. We haven't seen Conan join these duels at all tonight. Lux. Hey, Duels. Hey, Duels. Got them back up on NA now. Hey, Dal. What's up, MR? How you doing, my man? Don't worry about it. Special up to 12-hour shit. Brother, yeah, it sounds like you need a rest, man. But I feel you, dude. I definitely do get restless at night. Like, there's a lot of times where I'm like, I know I need to go to sleep. I've had a literally day since I woke up at 6 and I've been working on videos the entire time, recording footage or voiceover or just processing a duel after duel after duel, just processing, thumbnailing, all that. Literally from the time I got up, and then it's like 8 in the evening and I'm like, I really should sleep. And then I'm up until 10. I'm like, I really should sleep. I'm up to 12. I really should sleep. After literally just like grinding. But yeah, Landis said no thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna actually give Landis a Landis, let me do a set note. Did I not have Landis a note? The Noah Landis. Oh, I was about to hit it to the wrong person. Who even is Landis, man? I literally said I didn't who it is. You know what I'm gonna do? Landis, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. I'm gonna free out that BNet list for one more body. He's gonna think like, wow, Dal really got mad at me and removed me from list because I said no to duels. I'm gonna look petty now, dude. Hey, duels got a spot. Let's get Rosie in here, dude. The boy, Rosie, get him in here, dude. The Shadow Priest represents her. You need it, man. You need it. Are you gonna thing? Dronish blockade? Okay, you do the thing. Like core mode, maybe? Yeah, right. This is gonna be like, dude, that was so petty. He removed me when I said no to his dumb little duels. Who is this man think he is? I'm just like, bro, I don't know who you are, ladies. I've been trying to figure it out, and you don't join duels. We don't play together. We don't really do anything together. Like, you might as well just try to be a stranger. You know what I mean? Like, it follows me. I kind of like, I might remember him joining duels before, but that's about it. At least I don't remember having interaction with Landis. I'm like, I straight up a stranger, basically. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, so waiting for Rosie or a +1. Chicago or Rosie, I think, is what we're waiting on at this point. But no, Crystals, yeah, definitely get some sleep, man, if you can. I'm definitely the type of person that will just be like restlessly laying in bed. I just can't go to bed. I can't go to sleep. Can't go to sleep. Dude, I play video games all day, but a lot of the times when I'm like on WoW, I'm working. I'm not actually like there for entertainment. I'm straight up just working. So a lot of the times I'm just like, after I'm done with everything I do, I kind of just want to sit there and like play a game just for fun, just for like just to let my brain mellow, or watch some entertainment. I'm like, dude, I've been literally staring at a screen, staring at World of Warcraft all day, and I felt like I got zero entertainment out of it. I need like some kind of entertainment before I go to bed. Swear to God, dude, it's bad. Caneric, invite, yo, gotta be in here, dude. Boris and Caneric. Party is full. Convert to raid. Easy solution. We need some modern solutions for modern problems. The fact that I feel like you should just automatically like get a 5-man party, and then if you invite an extra person, it just automatically converts to raid. I feel like you should just do it automatically. Should just do it automatically. Divine Yields, get you in here. There it is. And just to double check who Boris is on, which character is on. He's on Lichten. I like the name. Alrighty, we're set, boys. Night King and Boris 5 in the grand one. We'll try to get as many games as we can tonight, chat. I don't know if you were around there for yesterday's EU duels. It took us a while to get any kind of like plays, man, any kind of actual games going. By the way, tonight heavily encourage all of you to try some different builds. If ever you want to try something wacky and weird, Duels is the best place to try a weird build. They're about to do a bunch of tuning for classes, man. About to be doing some buffing and nerfing, so if you want to try some stuff now, have some fun with someone busted before he gets nerfed or buffed, have fun with it, man. Have fun with it. Like all y'all Outlaw rogues, like Errorless, playing the Fade Bound as assassination, that thing is gonna slam. I think it's gonna slam. So might as well have some fun with it while you have it now, right? Especially since the EU duels are kind of lacking. Bro, yeah, yesterday I was so surprised for the EU duels. We didn't have Saya, we didn't have like any of the regulars. Rick wasn't on, Colby's been on a vacation so he couldn't even play. A lot of the regulars were gone, man. Absolutely gone. It was so weird. I'm hoping that my like the stances don't show up in when this thing when this thing shifts. No, they don't. Good. Okay, I thought it would show up for some reason. See, we're gonna be out first. Killed Kai Veza is to Samba. We're before he can even like blink or take a breather, as this man got himself the elite set opener. Big, massive damage on Seamark with the pistol go. Literally half health in a global. I am sorry. That is a lot of damage, though. Is that Ghost Strike everything with a pistol immediately? Is that what that was? Tell me. Tell me that's what it was, dude. Tell me that's what it was. Instant half health from the coin flips, man. When Shadow Melton wait out the rogue, literally just gonna wait, let the regen go. Got himself the orb, sitting down from Mage Food immediately, and War is instantly there. Trinket into a root. He doesn't have to worry about stuns, however, so I guess he is perfectly fine to Trinket. It is going to be full burst on the Seamark. Almost got himself full go. It's going to be War trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Grappling over into a kill spree to see if have another grapple to catch up. He does not, unfortunately. Vanishes. Sheep shot on Seamark has a blink available. Got himself plenty between the eyes. Lots of coins flying in. Look at him flying up in the air, dude. Look at all those coins flying up in the air. They're literally everywhere. He's got himself a bit of damage. Cloak Shadows right after. Seamark under a ton of pressure. Maybe looking for a block here. The Outlaw Rogue is relentless. Got himself a poly finally. But the health, dude. The health. The boy's health. If he gets a lot of like coin flips and lands on a tail a bunch, it might just be light. Seamark got himself lots of damage potential. Big touch of the magic. Barrages got himself blocked. Big missiles around the corner with the evocation right after. Trying to see if he can land a Ring of Frost. The only thing he can do right now is maybe go for shift and power. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. Down himself shield. Dones that shield. Dones the barrier. The Phoenix doing a lot of damage from around the corner. Oh! My God! The burst, man. Out of these two classes. The Outlaw Rogue came in. He's got really lucky on them coin flips. However, the Seamark was able to, through struggle, survive at the end of the day. Excalibur, gonna be up next, is give. Oh, I like that mog. I actually like this a lot. The tabard, everything. Even the flowers in the hair. I love that. That looks so good. Literally prepared for like, literally a paladin of the Sunwell right here, dude. That's the vibes it's giving me. Giving Seamark a proper honor duel, so whatever happens, Excalibur's a winner in my book. Even if he loses, he's a winner in my book, dude. Actually, that's a lot of paladins on team 2, isn't that? Might have to switch some paladins around to at least give team 1 a pally, and they'll give you guys like, maybe like Seamark or Murder Wing or Big Chicken, one of those two, a caster most likely, because we do have a lot of casters on team 1, so maybe we could do that kind of a switcheroo. Big meteors dropping down onto Excalibur, trying to see if he can get the damage going. Seamark with the missiles around the corner. Big barrages lay on hands for Excalibur. Does go for that smaller touch of the magic, trying to go for a bit of damage. Is that bird going to be enough? That bird positions correctly, however, if Excalibur needs to walk out at the bird. But it's going to be Seamark going for a full reset right now. The bird is getting denied with all the damage. For Seamark, that is going to be big barrages. Got himself lots of arcane missile damage with that invocation as well. Stun does have a blink for it in case he needs to. Blink and try to see if he can get around Excalibur. Big barrages! Woo! Bubble out! And that's going to be Seamark with his own shield. Trying to see if he can go for an invis. Looking to escape here if possible. This to get himself a proper escape. Barrages around the corner with meteors dropping in on Excalibur. Unable to avoid him. First aid was able to get a couple of ticks in there. I don't know what stopped him. The freeze, though, is going to put him in a rough spot. Barrage? Those barrages might be the end of you, actually. Barrages just trying to see if he cracked that shield of edges. Pew, pew, pew. Exactly. It's a lot of pew, pew. Whether it is the Outlaw Rogue pew, pew with the pistols, or whether it is Seamark pew, pew with missiles, it has got himself last ditch set of immunity. But Seamark, you just got to use mobility here. He's just gonna try to see if he can avoid the Paladin. Wants to make sure he's far enough away where the Hodge does not connect. It's gonna be a Hodge to a blink. Does get himself big hammer. Meteors down into Excalibur. Big blast right now for Seamark. Does himself just enough damage with Divine A. Divine Eh? Is that what it's supposed to be? Divine Eh? The most divine meh ever. I'm not sure, but Divine's gonna be up next. Poly right after. Spamming that Poly. Seamark has no health whatsoever. Dawnlight is that Dawnlight? Oh, I don't know if he lives this. Trying to see if he can sit up for food. Ring of Frost on the right hand side. Monitored up. Trying to see if he can stay mobile. Pally might just avoid the Ring of Frost pretty well. Seamark is in a bit of a rough spot. One big setup, especially if this is a Dawnlight Pally. Could be in a rough spot. Sitting down for food. Can blink. Reverse blinks it. Gets away from him. Barrages is slow. Poly right after. Can steal Hand of Freedom. No more trinket for the Paladina. So Seamark is going to get the bird out in the open into a full magic immunity. For Seamark, just going to back up out of there. If that magic immunity runs out before the bird does, then you can actually take a lot of damage from the bird. Seamark just needs to find a way to avoid the Paladin. He's got himself the block again. So he's got himself at least an out. Can potentially try to meld a Hodge. Does not get to him. The bird out in the full swing, adding some damage. Divine may need to go for a bubble here, but blocking up. Seamark does not come out. He's got him some big shields laying hands. Still got a bubble, and that's a block for Seamark. Got himself a lot of recovery while he's got himself the dampening, not super high. But he's running out of options. Needs to find a way to meld the stun potentially or meld the damage attack. Breath connects. There's going to be bubble available right now for Divines. Use it really early. If Seamark can somehow avoid Divine while bubble is active, he might be able to swing out a victory some way, somehow. Ring of Frost is up, so for Divine, he's slowed down. He's trying to see if he can sit down. Is he stopping? Wait, is it stopping? Is it stopping? No! No! I guess he decided, you know what? I'm out of options. I lose against an Arcane Mage at this point. I have my immunes, but if I can't play around those, might just be one of those situations where there's just nothing a Paladin can do. Outside of the immunes against a mage, might just be one of the situations where he literally can't do anything about it. Breath to fall right after. Bro's done fighting mages. I don't blame him, man. I don't blame him. Arcane did get nerfed pretty early on, but they're still looking really good. Does he ever go for that Giga Shield, by the way? I can't tell if he got himself normal shield or the Giga Shield. Dawnlight, however, might be the end of Pal. What was that hammer at the end? Straight up use a hammer throw from behind the pillar. Literally did not have line of sight at Seamark and still was able to drop in a hammer. I am not sure what that's all about, honestly. The Paladins back-to-back egregious. Yo, honestly, I'm okay separating the Paladins a little. Not gonna lie. I'm okay with that. I didn't mention it at the beginning. We might just need to swap some Pallies, Chicago. I'm cool with separation. So we might just need to send like Veritas or Divine over to team 1 and then send over like Murder Wing, Seamark, or Big Chicken over to the other team. Although I feel like we may need Seamark against some of these Paladins, you know what I mean? We've seen what Laser can do with the Paladin and the big hammer one-shots he can do. So, you know what I mean? Like, you guys ain't... I know that the Paladin Discord is doing the whole, like, this protest right now about getting the class buffed up and everything. Blizzard just slaps him with the 5% for the reset. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, we know you guys can do a lot of damage, though. Big damage off of Very. Got him some Dawnlight. Yeah, nothing fry. Big Chicken. Literally call him fried chicken right now. Can do just searing in that sunlight. And those hammers, man. That hammer against Seamark, I swear to God, looked like that was behind the pillar. Straight up just threw a hammer behind the pillar of the man. Like, what else could he do? Try to go for a blind rush chills. It's going to be Big Reaper. He's going to have to back up out of there. A lot of his damage is straight up frost. I don't know what is his mobility he picked up out of nowhere. Just literally running amok. Not going to go for a kick. Actually tried to go for a dodge. I think was not able to dodge it. Is going to go for a stun. Veritas does not have anything. Reaper Scythe 1-2, and that's going to be down for the count. But Lictor going to be up next. He's just running out. Look at this man. I love this whole... Were you trying to look like a Murloc? I think that's a Murloc mug he's trying to go for, right? Like the dancer Murloc, like, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. You know the one that's dancing? You know what I mean? You know which one I'm talking about, right? You know which one I'm talking about. There's one Murloc that does the dance. One Murloc with a hat. I think that's what his old Mog is trying to go for, is that. It's so good. Zigzagging all over my screen. The Paladin. Oh, yeah. It is weird, though. Like, straight up, it definitely looked like he threw a hammer when you were straight up behind the pillar, bro. Like, the hammer queued up and left his hands as you were chilling, like, where Chipples is at. Like, you were at this point running left, and where Licton was, you know what I mean? It straight up just hit him. It's crazy. Lichten got himself a full setup hero. Hopefully blind out for Chill Piss. He's got himself the pet. Pet can go for a bit of a pet sack, but it's going to be AMS for Chills. Trying to see if he can Reaper down Lichten. Wall is available. He got himself cast that he can go for. With the Succubus catching him. Does steal a wall from the Warlock, which is going to give him quite a decent bit of survivability even for a moment. At least was able to wall off that whole Chaos Bolt that hit him in the back. Second one interrupted for Lichten. If he can't get another cast right now, he is in trouble. Silence to follow. Trinkets it. Fear last second. Bolt one, but it looks like Chills takes it. My God. T-Mark picking up 3. Chills finishing it off. Well done, well done. Alrighty. Question though, Boris and Night King. Would you guys be down to send one over to Team Pally and one of the Pallies over to the other team? Just so we could separate how many Pallies are per team, right? Because 3 Pallies in one team, 3 of any class in general, is a little diabolical. Let's try to see if we can even that out a little, yeah? Let's do this. Boris and Chills, if you guys could both list the group under a Molten Core, under 5V5 1v1 Duels, and just send, like, just pick one Paladin from Team Boris to go over to Team Chills, and there's somebody over from Team Chills to go over to the other team. Like, yeah. Batting on advantage? Really? Yeah, I might be doing it, man. Might be doing it. I mean, 3 of anything is iffy. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. That's part of the rule. I agree totally. Yeah, it's actually fried. No, I agree. Like 3 rogues is diabolical. 3 marksman hunters are diabolical. 3 warlocks back to back to back. 3 archmages. Like, imagine having to go up against 3 Seaworks. You take one down, there's still 2 in the back. Right? That'd be a lot. So I don't blame you. Yeah, so Night King got a spot. So if one of the Paladins on Team Boris wants to switch over, just volunteer. They have the group listed. You just sign up and join. Looks like they got a +1. And hopefully Team Boris picks up 1 as well. And hopefully Team Boris is also able to pick up somebody. I don't know where they're listed, but they should be listed somewhere. Yeah, hopefully they picked up somebody. I don't know who went over. Do one more? List the group in LOG. You should get someone signing up. Yeah, so Boris is going to list the group really quickly. Playing awkward, don't have so much defenses, and we are 5. Beautiful, beautiful, nice. Yeah, hope you liking lock. They look kind of good. Dragon came over, beautiful. So we got a little bit of the variety. We're gonna go to Hook Point, and then we'll do like Toberon and stuff. Chicago could take it. Chicago plays the Shaman, man. I've heard that Shamans apparently are on the not in a great spot. Let's just say, right? I don't have the words. Excalibur switched over. Nice, nice. I wonder how many of you guys as Pallies are gonna try the Templar build. I know Dawnlight is really good, but it's also apparently weak right now. From what I heard, like it can do good damage, but it seems also kind of weak. Like apparently T-Reset doesn't work with it, or something about the T-Reset doesn't really work with it. I heard there's some bugs. I don't know if they've been solved or not though. I also noticed, you know, by the way, the Paladin Discord, a lot of the times when I look at class Discords, I like Discords that will reveal like all their information, all the sims, all the bugs, full list, detailed everything. The Rogue Discord is really good at that. They get those sims out, and the guide writers and hero crafting people are really easy to get in contact with, and they're more than welcome to like show you detailed information when they have free time. Really cool people. I've noticed that Pallies don't have any sims or any public info. They just said Pally sucks. Protest. But it didn't really have any sims or anything. And apparently they don't even want to release sims for like SimCraft or anything. Like they don't want to release it. So I don't know, it just seems weird. Murderwing gonna be up first, trying to see if he can get a 5 breath for Seawork. Seawork does get himself a juke, but it's still a dragon. Doing a bunch of damage, full mastery, and everything is available. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Poly, he's trying to see if he can control the dragon's burst as best as possible. I think he still got himself like a big, I was gonna say like big burst. He's got himself a bunch of these essence things orbiting around him. But looks like a lot of the burst went out of the window. Deep breath was used, trying to see if he can catch Seawork. He still might be able to get himself the big evoker combos if he get himself the empowerment abilities. Trying to see if he gets a single cast into Seawork with fire breath. Get himself the proxies looking for. Seawork does get himself a position where he can put the bird out in the open. Big immune by the evoker. I don't know if he was able to immune CyberPowerPC touch the magic. No, he wasn't. Huge burst to CyberPowerPC follow up. Big disintegrates right after. Does pick up some CC immunity. Evoker, Murder Wing is definitely got some murder damage right now. Getting interrupted. He still got Fire Breath. CyberPowerPC trying to see if he can dodge it. I don't know if he was able to do so. Murder, looking to get some CC. Needs a little bit of healing. Definitely needs to get himself whatever big disintegrate damage he can on CyberPowerPC. No kick for a while. Trying to go for a knock. Does not connect. Might not have a lot of healing here though. Evoker in self-heal is definitely low, but the barrages with a meteor crashing down. That is so rough. He's got him some big barrage procs off of that pet, man. It's crazy. Power players don't do math. I mean, neither do I, man. I just look for sims. But bro, dude, ever since that whole like debacle with the Pally Discord, I've been like, bro, not every paladin. That's all I'm gonna say. I know that the people in Discord are being clowned on. Like, if you just look online, they're being like torched relentlessly. But for all the people that play paladin, like that's your main, that's your class. You've been playing it forever, right? Like Atho, man, I would never be like, Atho, look at what your class Discord is doing. It's on, you know what I mean? Like the guy, he's just a guy. He's just a guy. Not every paladin, man. That's all I'm gonna say. So don't treat Pally players any different, boys. Don't be that guy, right? Don't be that guy. I feel like you do easily people get tribal like that. You know what I mean? Mad damage on the receiver, got himself a huge shield instantly with a trinket as we're trying to get himself a proper opener there off the bat. Arcane Surge, big damage, trinket out for Word, got himself a reset out. CyberPowerPC is going to get hit with another stun. That's going to be blink available. Got himself huge damage for Word. It's going to be able to reverse it back. Got himself ambushes back-to-back cloak shot is right after. Full immunity with a big killing spree. Trying to see if he can break through it. Does cancel the killing spree a little early. I think just to get more damage out with dispatches. Reverse blinks it. Vanish right after. Cheap shot onto CyberPowerPC. Nova to follow onto Word. Got himself the big touch of the Magi. Looking to back up out of there. Technica got a lot of big damage. Next hit is going to hit really, really hard. Rolling right over with a quick reset. I love that grapple hook, but CyberPowerPC is going to pick up the eye. Should be able to see the rogue with the missiles around the corner. That touch, oh, that touch of the Magi, dude, they nerfed it by a bunch. It's no longer 125% more damage for the next spell. It's just like 65. They basically cut it basically in half. There's no debuff. He hit you with a touch of the Magi and barrage it, and I think it consumed it, but the damage didn't happen until the animation completed of the thing reaching you. Yeah. I got hit out. I had missiles. He picked up eyes and missiled you. Picked up eyes and missiles as you were shifting over, and then he got a missile barrage. Yeah, barrage travel time at the end. It was crazy. The buff got consumed immediately. The debuff. It's yeah, behind the. Well, he launched it while you were moseying behind the pillar. You can go. I have DVR on stream, so if you want to go back a couple of frames, or like a couple of seconds, you should be able to see it and slow it down if you want to see the DVR. I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good angle there. But yeah, that looked a little, maybe it's Blizzard servers, man. We've had CyberPowerPC get bombed behind the pillar before, so maybe it's something on Blizzard's end. CyberPowerPC, however, is getting CC'd. Licton, does he have the follow-up here? CyberPowerPC is right now under a ton of pressure. He got the Phoenix, but as long as Licton does not walk out in front of the Phoenix, he will be okay. Though it's Phoenix, Fades is going to give CyberPowerPC barrage spam opportunity. It's going to be quite a lot of damage. Got himself the altar, looking to keep himself alive. Then Infernal not let him do an easy job with it. Is going to have the pet around the corner ready to interrupt. Barrage's missiles are available. Mortal Coil chicken is up. Does land a kick on a Cannonball. Got himself more missiles to follow. Does he have a big barrage setup? That is the question. He's spending a lot of his barrages, however, on everything else. I think I avoided that Cataclysm. Port out for Licton does get frozen. Into an interrupt onto CyberPowerPC. The pet, however, is A-OK. I don't know if he can position the pet correctly or something, but the pet was definitely A-OK. Trying to go for a stun, does not connect. Missiles to follow. CyberPowerPC got himself a bit of the shielding. However, the pet can remove the shield. It actually is going to be short-lived shield anyway. Licton just needs himself a Mortal Coil and a big combo on the CyberPowerPC. CyberPowerPC needs to get himself a setup before that Mortal Coil is up. So you got 10 seconds looking for a bit of the recovery. Licton can easily get himself some damage around the pillar. I don't know if Cataclysm connects. Alter time for a second. Licton picking up a lot of healing. Mortal Coil is available. Alter time is up for CyberPowerPC. Mortal Coil behind the pillar. It's huge for him. The tire, also the Pit Lord does not get to connect any damage, unfortunately, for Licton. Got him some shield. Pit Lord doing a lot of damage into the shield. Invis tried to sit down for some food. He got mobility, but a board right on top of him. Does he have enough damage? He just needs a little bit. Big Ruination. Does it connect? Dude, Ruination, I feel like misses. I feel like it's literally coded, like scientifically coded to miss every time. Leap over with a blink. Missiles just blows him up. I don't know if it was a missile that blew him up or just a big barrage, but does end up taking another one out, man. This is arcade, and they're about to get, there's some more actually, chat. But This is after the big nerf where people said Arcane is going to be dead. Looks like not dead yet. Looks like not dead yet. You know what I mean? We got paladins, dude. Look at these guys. They actually look like brothers, man. The weapons, however, I like the sword. I like this sword, the crack sword. I think that looks a little more paladin-esque. The other one looks good. But like paladin, it looks like you put consecration on his sword. It looks like Divines is like, nah, I don't want to fight him. Better not be offline, man. Better not be AFK, boys. Yeah, you guys better not be AFK, man. We need you to find Seawork. What if you gotta go, man? What if he's gonna go? Even like Airless out there like hurting him like a sheepdog. Veritas is like, oh man, here we go again. Seawork does have everything but a block, so actually can still get locked down quite a bit. What's up, gamer? What's up with you? Said to my mem. Yeah, and I already, yeah, he did pick up the eye around the corner when he was like when he was over there with the Ring of Frost. He did pick up the eye. Veritas taking damage here in the opener. As long as he can close the gap and get himself a Wake of Ashes combo into Seawork, he might be able to do a lot here. He's got double immunes. He's got himself a Lay on Hands. It's going to be ignore dampening completely. So he's going to be all right. Seawork, massive barrage in the opener. What the hell was that damage off the bat? I don't think he was even primed or anything. Ring of Frost to follow. Veritas may be looking for an immunity here. Does go for an immune. Does he use Lay on Hands already? Seawork melting right now with a Dawn Light though. Absolutely melting. Where's Divine heals? Wait, why is Divine dying? Tell me Divine is not dead, right? Stun. There's going to be a blink out for Seawork. Blind does not connect. You have bubble. Does go for the bubble. Seawork might be lights. Shot him out for a second. Does he find him? He finds him either way. Block right after. Both are low. Veritas, if he just needs himself a big setup. Wake of Ashes, big setup versus Seawork. He doesn't have a trinket. He needs to make sure to avoid a breath. Seawork is going to chop a little bit of healing. Does get a Dawn Light on him. Seawork is gonna possibly die. Shields are gonna be huge. Off of this Dawn Light, you have to use it offensively, I think. You have to catch up to Seawork and Templars him a couple of times, and you're gonna be good. Templars turns around. He's out in the open. If you can just close the gap a little bit more. Seawork is still melting to the Dawn Light, not feeling good whatsoever. Just needs to get that big Templars in. He's got no health. I don't know if Seawork survives this, I'll be amazed. I actually feel like this is Paladin's game to win or lose. Shields are in. Missiles to follow. Does he have himself the big setup? Shield of is keeping the Paladin plenty healthy right now. Should be good. Seawork, super low on health. How does he escape this? How does he survive this one, man? He's gonna need to get a shield every time he's attacking the Paladin. Breath, Poly, no trinket, no bubble, maybe Lay on Hands still available. If you can get yourself a proper big go right now, this will be it. If you ever wanted to, he's gonna go for a reset. He's gonna go for Mage Food. If Veritas has Lay on Hands, I think the game is over for Seawork. Blinks into a stun. That is unfortunate. Ultra time is up. Blinds right after, so you can't even follow up. He's just melting. Shields, Dawn Light. Oh, that shield is gonna pop, and it's gone. Yeah, I was gonna say, blink into a stun was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I think he went to blink behind him into a breath, but I don't think he was just able to follow up after. Okay. Pally team on team 2, this is your game to potentially bring back. You top of the juggernaut. That is Seawork. Definitely a rough matchup. Definitely a rough matchup for a Paladin. Veritas, however, was able to hold on strong. Excalibur, Blessing of Saint immediately just intercepting anticipating a stun. Blind by Veritas. If Veritas has any kind of big damage abilities, he could use it. Or survivability buttons, he definitely will need to use them here versus Excalibur, unless you can land a kick on one of his casts and then block a bubble and then see if you can just melt them right there. Got himself Dawn Light, so as long as you can stay away from him Dawn Light, you can put a Dawn Light on yourself to heal, Dawn Light on them in order to melt them little by little. Veritas back it up out of there. He's still got a Dawn Light and self heals rolling in. Excalibur trying to see if he can get himself a setup. Lay on Hands for Veritas is huge. Big Hammer, Veritas has a trinket for it. He doesn't have any other defenses, however, so Excalibur is going to be able to take him out with the full Hammer build. Hammer slaps a lot of damage, doesn't it now? Dawn Light definitely does a lot of sustained damage, but the Hammer blow up is huge. And I think for Excalibur, they may not have used a Lay on Hands. So they might actually be walking into Divines with every cooldown available. Lay on Hands, no Shield of Vengeance, no wall, not for a short bit, like 10 seconds or so. But Bop, Spell Warden, Lay on Hands, this is as even of a match as they can get, honestly. As even as they can get it. For Divines and Excalibur does Blessing of Sick early. Both Paladins do, in fact. Shield of Vengeance up for Divines. Stun, maybe looking for a Spell Warden. Trinket, Spell Warden. Try to see if he can lob the Hammer into Divines. This is the opportunity. He goes for a Blessing of Spell Warden as well. May potentially be looking at a bubble here. Excalibur needs to back away until Forbearance buff is gone, and then they can Lay on Hands. Unless they used that already, which I don't think they did. unless they use it already. For Divines, though, there's potentially going to be a bubble as well. Bubble might be coming out here. Excalibur needs to be A-okay. Needs to be high on health or bubble early. Got him some Wake of Ashes. Going in for the hammer. Doesn't get it the damage. There hands for Divines. Let's go for the stun. That's an opportunity to make some damage. And you better bubble immediately. Wake of Ashes instant bubble it. Bubbles it. Actually, Divines does not play into big Templar. He plays into Dawnlight. I was thinking it was a Templar. But for Excalibur, you're in a situation where you can win this. I think you can still stun. Blind, perfect. He just needs a little bit of healing. Next hammer combo is going to be the winner, potentially. If you got anything else to keep yourself alive, I don't know if you got lay on hands, but a stun, Wake of Ashes might just do the trick here. Blessing a Saint for both pallies. Got himself the hammer, ready, primed, ready to drop. Shield of Edits, got himself a stun. Big hammer. Is it going to be enough though? Massive hammer dropping in. Lots of little hammers right after. Backing up out of it. Does not have a trinket, unfortunately. So next stun by Divines could maybe be the end. Excalibur, do you have anything to live here at all? No, Divines does take it. I was hoping that the hammer would do the trick, but apparently it wasn't enough. Is that with 4 set or the 2 set do you get the double hammer drop as a pally? Chat, I may need some help with that one. Anybody know? Because I don't remember. Shields is gonna walk up. He's like, yo, dampening is super high. I'm just gonna wipe you out. It's gonna be take forever. It's not him. I'm assuming here, but I don't think it's Shields trying to be BM. No wonder they're nerfing Arcane Mages. The barrages from Phoenix. I don't even know if the Arcane Barrage Phoenix thing is going to be enough to like stop Arcane Mages. I think a lot of the damage that CyberPowerPC was able to do wasn't even like Phoenix barrages. It's just normal barrages. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Chills as well as Aboris. Let me know when you both boys are ready and we'll get another game going. No bubble. No bubble, 65% damn. I don't blame you for just going up and nuking him. I personally don't blame you. It's going to take ages. You know what I mean? It's going to take ages. We can get another game going. That's an opportunity for Divines to just go in on blast. You know? I don't blame you. I might have done the same in that same situation. Although I probably would have just sat on stream like be like, guys, it's going to take forever. I'm just going to go in. All right, Boris, ready. Chills 5. Beautiful. We're going to get a toll. Should I do Tolveron? I feel like Tolveron is really good for mages. We're gonna go Rook, something that's a little smaller with a pillar down the middle and a lot of like platforms and stuff. I would jump into Tolveron for the casters, like the Boomkin and the Dragon and the I'm seeing Seawork is not here. I was gonna say and for our resident Arcane Mage here, but then I thought that's probably gonna help Seawork a ton. Seawork, my man, definitely want to see you more in these duels. Super fun seeing you again, showing off some arcane. Appreciate you for joining us, man. Hopefully we'll see you around some more. And if you want to do some keys together, man, we could do some keys together. That'd be fun too. We need more people learning, leaning. It looks so cool. I do agree. More leaning in the chat, boys. I miss your participation in the 5v5 1v1 duels. Run it back for old time's sake. I'm not against the Charles. If I ever can figure out how to do the I need some keys too. Double Rogue is hard to make comp around, but I got a Death Knight. Might be able to do some stuff with. That could be fun. Down for a key. Need that 3K. Haven't done it this season. Yeah, man. Yeah, pushing for 3K would be really, really fun. Really fun. Yeah, definitely. Which. Charles, if I could ever figure out how to do the camera while playing my Rogue, I would do it. If I can do both, I will do it. Chilpa's gonna hit with a sap as we're trying to see if he can get himself some kind of a setup. Cheap shot right after. Mad damage on Chilpa's immediate IBF. Immediately blind to follow him. Let's switch in here to my pally. Okay. If you want to. It's gonna be Chills. I know, a lot of pressure. Big killing spree flying out. The guns barreling down. Chill Pills, dude. Turning the man to Swiss cheese while I'm trying to answer a message here. Probably should not be doing that at the same time as the duel's happening. Chills under immense pressure from an Outlaw Rogue, man. Guy's got a ton of damage. Coin flips. Big Scythe comes out. Got himself a bit of that death pack to hopefully survive, but the Rogue does not get slowed. He got grapples back to back. He can't be stopped. He's still got so many grapples. How often can you grapple? Chilpa's escape with 1 health. Literally 1 health. First aid. Maybe a blind. I don't know if he got anything. Blind on the Rogue. Death strikes are going to help a little bit. Before a stun. Next stun. I think it's lights, yeah? Maybe? Yeah, it is lights. Oh, that's so rough, man. That's so rough. Out the rogues, I feel like maybe are carried really heavily by that coin. Sheesh. It is a lot of damage though. It is a lot of damage, man. All three rogue specs are now very bursty. We haven't even seen Arrow Let's Play too, and he's also, I'm pretty sure he's also a fate bound assassination rogue. If you think Outlaw is bursty, Assassin is a whole nother level. And then of course we got Sub. That's also in a whole nother level as well. It's crazy. Big Smash is out for Big Chicken. He's got himself a bit of those swipes coming out as well. It's gonna be a Boomkin versus an Outlaw. He's gonna take a lot of damage in the opener, maybe looking for immediate Barik scan. Picking up the eye, just trying to see if we get the rogue out in the open. Got him some immediate opener. Barik scan slowing down a lot of the rogues go. That opener is huge, but slows down tremendously. Disarm, massive. Actually, if you can disarm the killing spree, that's also huge because it just stops all that damage. Cheap shot onto Chicken. Killing spree right after. Bash to follow. That's going to be tricking forward. Got himself a bit of evasion. Evasion stops a lot of the physical damage, but also denies some of the physical damage. Damage reduction versus even magic hits from Chicken. Try to go for a clone. I'm not able to. Can't go for a clone now. Oh, but he's got himself the coins. He's got himself super aggressive finisher after finisher after finisher build. And actually just picked up a capstone. So if he doesn't stay in combat for long enough, he's actually going to lose that capstone buff. Frost DK to win and need us back for that. Not picking for other pro players. Oh yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, have it to spec for like magic or physical. That is definitely rough. That is definitely rough. Yeah, I guess all you can do is just try to see if you can spec for middle ground all damage and hope for the best. Arrowlet's got some big coin damage onto Whir. Full death mark. All the dots are in. Stun into Arrowlet. Cheap shot right after. Does Whir have enough damage? Vanish after for Arrowlet. He's still got blades onto Whir. Cheap shot. Got himself the cold blood. Is that enough? Cold blood with the blades is enough. Is able to escape it very, very quickly. Divine's gonna be up next. Running up. The assassination rogue, I think, was actually, yeah, like I said, even more deadly than Outlaw. He literally would just went in, put blades. Arrowless got stunned, had to sit CC, and while he was sitting CC, I mean, the other guy was just melting. Outlaw's awesome. Dude, Whir is really, really good. Whir Sot, a really... Is that how you say your name? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, to be honest. But Whir is really, really good. Whir is definitely really good, and so is Arrowless. I think there's only one other Outlaw rogue that was like, man, this guy is insane. I probably would say like Boom was an insane Outlaw rogue. Boom was really, really insane. And I think we had somebody on in EU that played some insane Outlaw, but it's been a second. It's been a while. I think where's the only other... Oh, is Arrowless just giving up? Uh-oh, Arrowless just, yeah. Maybe he didn't want to fight a Paladin. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Maybe made a mistake. Maybe something happened. Maybe DC. Not sure. Gonna be a big blade storm out on the Divine Hills as Mick Sharpen's gonna be up next instantly. Just getting super hyper aggressive versus Divines, man. Stun right after. Still got himself continuous damage. Plenty of output. Defensive sense right after. Divines with a full lay on hands. Mick still got himself plenty of defense though with enraged regeneration. Got himself lots of healing. Tricking out for Divines. What is that charge? Is that the Dragon Roar? Does he not have a leap? Does he have a Dragon Roar charge? That does give you a lot of movement very, very quickly. Has to wait out for the Divine Dawn Light, unfortunately, though. Until that's gone, to get himself a lay on hands. That Judgment not gonna, not lay on hands, to get himself second wind. That's definitely not gonna help out at all. He's got himself Reflect in case there's a Hodge. No Hodge out for Divines, though. Stun right after. Divines is super, super low, though. Bubble right after. Sharpens, Shattering Throw. It's just stun. I think for Divines is might be the kill. Sharpens got himself a little bit of healing as he's got himself super, super low, but it's not enough. It does keep the pressure rolling with Divines. Going to be up versus Excalibur next. We'll see how that's going to go. As he got himself plenty of potential damage here. No bubble, no bob, however. I don't know about Lay on Hands either. I'm not even sure he used that or not. But for Excalibur, this might be your game to win. Potentially your game to win here. But he is trying to see if he can get the honor duel. Look at that waddle. Actually, the tabard in the set, the gold doesn't quite match the rest of the gold. But I like the purple. I think the purple matches really, really well. I wish I could like up the contrast and like certain... I wish I could just change the dye for armors, man. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be a system at some point. They got dye for like furniture and housing. Caliber does end up taking them. There's just not much of the Divines could have done there at that point, honestly. It's just as long as you get a full lockdown, Wake of Ashes, big hammer, and as long as you get the damage you need, there's just not a lot the other palette can do. Next up, it actually was Divine slamming that entire time by the looks of it. Or no, War as well. War was also doing really, really good. Licton with Murder Ring and Veritas as the last three left over for the team too. Not really, that was a nerf for Friday maintenance. Damage has already been nerfed. Has it actually already? Wait, so you're telling that the damage we're playing with now is already like hot fixed in? That's crazy if that's the case. Yeah, if that's the damage you're doing with the nerf coin, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, this is fine then. This is for really hard. If that's the nerf version, I wouldn't be surprised if they did another nerf, honestly. Excalibur may be looking for an immunity here. Chaos Bolt does go for lay on hands. Still got a bubble in the back pocket in case they need to. Big hammers on a Licton. Wall out of a stun. Blind to fall off for that Chaos Bolt. Is going to be able to win it here. Gateway over. But Excalibur tried to see if he can keep himself alive and healthy. May try to see if they can separate. Maybe looking for a bubble here. That is a bubble. Chaos Bolt is going to get a bubble out of him pretty easily. That is just Desperate Warlock for you. It's a lot of damage. A lot of potential damage that could hit your face. It's a guaranteed crit. Question is just how hard is it going to hit, dude? That mastery scales up and down, honestly. Pretty maintenance. What, nuke the 100 to 20? Yeah, baby. Actually, start onto Licton. Full Wake of Ashes to follow. Got himself big damage, big hammer, big everything. Mortal Coil right after. Excalibur no longer has a bubble. Blessing of Spell Warding, however, is still available, and you're gonna have to use a Blessing of Spell Warding before you get hit by big hits, and before you get hit by CC either, so you're gonna have to preempt it. Reflect with a Succubus CC. Spell Warding mid-air Chaos Bolt is perfect! Excalibur does gonna live it! You just gotta catch up to him. Big hammer, gotta make a play. If you have a stun to follow with it, that's something you're gonna need. As long as Succubus doesn't stop you. Fear, Wake of Ashes, stunned in Succubus, big hammer, oh! I just chased him up and knocks him down. Gotta love that hammer animation, man. Gotta love that hammer animation, honestly. Am I becoming a Paladin simp? I feel like it's just, we have Dawnlight Pallies everywhere, but nobody's playing the Hammer Pally. This is gonna be tricky for Excalibur, backing up from the Evoker. Murder Wing got plenty of damage, he's got wings. He's got plenty of mobility and cast while moving. He's gonna be in a good spot. I don't know if he can really stop. Blind is huge. Excalibur needs some kind of CC chain. Technically, it looks like Evoker to burn a trinket. I don't know if you have anything. Oh, the damage from the Evoker. That is so rough. Wake of Ashes did go through. I don't know if you had a Podge or anything available at all, but that was close. Well done, well done. Alrighty. Kineric, I think, is going to be, so on Team Boris, I think he's going to switch over to a Shaman. I'm going to need to ride to Boris here in a second, but let's get another one going, boys. Let me know when the groups are ready. I'm going to ride to Boris. Kineric. Paladin wants to swap Shaman. If you can list the group, that would help him join back in. Here we go. Chills and Boris, let me know when you guys are both ready, and we'll get another duel going, yeah? Yeah, if they actually, if that's confirmed the coin got nicked already, it hits still very, very hard. This is a version of coin that we still have now. It still has very, very hard. Up to join. Okay, so we're gonna be doing switcheroo. Don't all leave at once. Boris and Kineric are gonna be switching over really quickly. Boris and Kineric are doing a bit of switcheroo. Don't all leave. Don't all leave. Don't leave. They swapping to new characters. Beautiful. What did she say? Skills is ready. Beautiful. Groups are up. Molten Core. Same place, boys. Same place. Or just whisper me and I'll invite you directly. That could also work. Did I save this? I keep trying to like do the group stuff. Demoniac. Yeah, back on the boy. Subtlety. Are you Dragon still? You are Dragon. Ah, I love Dragon. Dragon as a caster is real good. Like real juice. But yeah. Let me know when to invite. Let me know when. Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, beautiful. And da 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 da. Ah, what the hell? I was trying to save a footage, or audio rather, And it's kind of like, you know, like when you think you're about to type something in WoW and you start like opening up all your talents and everything, but you think you hit enter to start typing to /save. Yeah, it's more or less something like that happened when trying to save some stuff. Lead, beautiful. Invite, spectator match. Boris and Night King. 5. Let's now do Toberon, since we don't have my man Seavark in here, the Archimage represent. Since he's not in, we gotta go for a big arena, which is gonna be good for the casters. Murder Wing, it's gonna be good for the Boomkin, it's gonna be good for a number of classes actually. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good. Plenty of opportunity for you to make big running. So like Mick, for example, can do a huge charge. Gambit is out is a bit too much fun, just so rusty on it. Yeah, Gambit is a good key. By the way, get that mace, Jake, get that mace. It'll do a lot of damage in that Murloc pose, dude. It just will cleave everything. On trash, it's like 6% of my damage, but overall for the dungeon, it's about 3. Even at like adventure track. God, it's so good. It's so crazy how it's so much higher simmon in AoE. Do definitely get yourself a weapon swap macro to switch over for equipment. Is it 16 or 14 or 15 or something like that? But it's like a macro you gotta get for weapon swapping, so you can swap to a real weapon on bosses and then that weapon on ads. Because that weapon is not good on bosses. It's too much of a damage loss. But yeah, the little things you can do in order to do more damage. Which got ourselves Mick gonna be first up, charging out versus the Dragon. Murder Wing immediately immuning the damage, whatever it's gonna be, and maybe a stun. Deep breath right after. Mick, however, is just straight up on him, bathing in sight. What is these charges? What is happening? This man is literally everywhere and nowhere. Super Saiyan strats right now, dude. Teleporting everywhere. He's got a big charge, immune the breath with a blade storm, just hanging under it like it's nothing, dude. Like it's just some light rain, and then just charges around the corner and then repositions back to the pillar. Does get rooted, however, with the reflect. Murder Wing does get hit with a stun. Trinkets right after. Mick, I think it's playing the Mountain Thane build, right? He might be a Mountain Thane. I guess we'll see if he's stomping around. Try to go for a big execute on the Murder Wing. Does get out of his immunity. And that's a lot of defenses for Murder Wing kind of gone. He has wall and everything. For Mick, he actually might just wait it out until the next stun is available. His cooldowns are down too for a little bit. Got himself a charge. Gonna be clawed at the Murder Wing. Fly right after. Charge and trip to follow him. Knockback for the Evoker. I don't know if he's got any roots or anything like that. Mick somehow just zooms right over. I don't really know what happened. Try to go for a stun, but the Evoker going for that Renewal Blaze. Or not Renewal Blaze. Emerald thing in order to get immunity. He got himself that Shroud charge. Every time he does a self-heal, Sleepwalk does not connect. It's going to be an execute out for the warrior. Did end up burning a big defensive, however, the Enraged Regeneration was used. And now he's up against a rogue right after, which is going to be a little bit tough as it is a sub-rogue. As a dragon rogue, too. Got him some Shadow Strike, Kidney Shot, Insta Trinket for the warrior. Rushing out, knocking Demoniac back. That is a trick out of the rogue. He's just sprinting after him with a Shadow Blaze, dude. He's just in there. He's literally straight up in there. Does get hit with a Stormbolt. I don't know if you got a disarm for the rogue. That would definitely help. Reflect is going to be able to stop and dampen some of that shadow damage from the rogue's finishers, which is going to be huge. Actually reflected summon, I think, a weapon proc, like a weapon enchant or something. Evasion for the rogue, though. I don't know if Mick got any stuns. He got himself. He is not a Mountain Thane. Never mind. He's not a Mountain Thane. He's a Slayer warrior. He's got himself random Blaze Storms once in a blue moon. So that means he is definitely a Slayer. Definitely a Slayer. Eyes are available. Demoniac mounted up. The warrior will not get sapped next go. He does still have Avatar. It is going to get a stun onto the rogue. I don't know if he has any damage to follow up. Reflect for any damage. Able to dampen some of the shadow damage from the rogue. Electrum Secret Technique. DFA also, I think, able to dampen it a little bit. At least the shadow component of it. Vanish out for Demoniac with Mick Sharpens. Rushing out to pick up another set of eyes. Dude, look at that mobility. I actually don't hate that charge mobility. Look at that. He can just rush to the other side of the arena. He's got himself basically a monk's serpent kick. Stun onto Demoniac as he is in the dragon form, switching over to wrong people, unfortunately. As it's going to be Mick getting hit with I don't know what's happening. We had a DC over for the team 1, so we're losing people. I know that at least one, the dragon got to play, and I think we lost the paladin, so it looks like team 1 is going to have to play a one-man army Whir and Tier might just have to do it. Gonna be a big DFA. It's not gonna be enough, unfortunately. McSharpen's got some big defenses, big executes to follow up. Stun on the Rogue, it does end up crushing him. But it's up with not a lot of health, and it doesn't look like Whir is gonna give him any opportunity to catch a reset, unless he lets him second wind it. Second wind is getting some healing. Zerkers does find the Rogue, cheap shot in the opener, does get himself the coin set up. Got himself lots of finishes back to back. Big charge for the Warrior. He's just trying, look at him. He can just rush out of there. He's like, nope. Oh, what is this? Hold on, walking up to Tier to, what is it, heal off of him? That is a little cheesy. Normally, we don't like that, but I guess what can I do there, right? Maybe it'll give him a kill, maybe won't. Disarm right after. Does himself a bit of a spare reflect. I don't really know if you can reflect much. And it's gonna be the Rogue taking it. Yeah. That is rough, dude. That charge, however, is wild. Warrior did pretty good. Too bad we lost one Paladino over on Team 1, and hopefully we'll be able to get somebody to step in for them. Wait, was it Paladin that we lost, or was it Boris too? I think we... Was it Paladin or was it Boris? Or maybe both? No, wait, no, Boris was a rogue. Never mind, never mind. Boris was the other rogue. Boris the demoniac. That's what it is. Hopefully Caneric is still around though. Hopefully no more disease or anything. Excalibur is going to be up next. For an out rogue, normally a Paladin is a rough matchup. There's one either yesterday or earlier, I forgot. Having a single Warlock in the duels. We had one earlier, like literally last match, man. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You're messing, dude. You're trolling. Gotta be worried. Getting bumbled by these hammers back to back by Excalibur. Use the Cloak of Shadows, has a trinket, but he won't be able to use it because it's on DR still from the human racial. So he's not gonna have access to it for like, I want to say another minute. Another minute or so. Grapples out as Excalibur picking up the eye. The best that we're can do right now is do a bit of recovery. Or if you're gonna run in Excalibur, maybe if you can pre-vanish a stun and stay in stealth for it, that could maybe help you so you don't get globaled. But that cheap shot opener, big damage onto Excalibur, huge setup. Bubble out for the Pally instantly. I don't know if he got a grapple. That Pally got himself big hammer ready to go. If you can just avoid it, wait him out, grapple out, that would be huge. Got himself sprint into a sap. If you can wait out the hammer, then you won't have to worry about it. I think he still might have a hammer ready to go. Stun. Does he have the hammer? He does have the hammer. He doesn't do nearly as much damage. The wings are gone by that point. And Excalibur is under a ton of pressure. No more bubble. I don't know if he has a bop or anything available. And Roar might be able to get through it either way, though. Cheap shot, kidney shot. Oh, it does get the pistols rattling through the Paladino armor. Oh, it's so rough. Sap by Airless, though. Does Airless give him an auto duel? Looks like he's trying to at least give him, like, hi, I'm here. You're gonna be dueling me. Cheap shot, it is the yard. No, it's not. Sub-rogue Airless, maybe War can live this. It's a lot of damage, but you still might be able to live. Vanish. I don't think you put it down on him. Cheap shot so you can still catch him. You can maybe restun. Blind, and just gonna run out. Double grapple. He is gonna get himself a reset as long as there's no rupture from Airless, which I think he only invested all of his finishers just now. Only so far into, I want to say, he probably sent all of it into damage, right? Eviscerates and secret techniques. Yeah, even he's got a blinket all over the place. I'm not sure what's the blinket about, Blizz. You guys might need to fix it. You guys might need to fix it on your end. But Airless is out in the open. Eyes are available, and it looks like War is not going to rush him. He is not going to rush him. Technically, if you pick up the eyes and you vanish, you still should see the eyes, but then you should be stealthy yourself. Or if you want to save vanish for later, that could also work too. That could also work out. I like the cat. I like the cat. This is going to be weird. Try to see if he can get himself a bit of a, what is it? A bit of an angle here. Got himself a reset. Airless does not find him. Second set of eyes is available. Does not use the vanish while picking up the eyes, which would give you like an opener, like a guaranteed opener. Sab by Whir, and Airless still has a trinket, so you can still make some kind of a play. Whir does have a human racial, so you can always use it, but it looks like he's gonna wait out the eyes. Looks like he's waiting until cooldowns are available. Maybe waiting for the blind. Airless is just ready to go, man, but Whir is still waiting for something. Airless is perfectly fine with him getting the opener. And at this point, gonna be the opener. Trinket, she blind to follow. Does Whir trinket? He does not trinket. Flagellation does burn a trinket. I think expected a stun, but there was no stun. Whir might just go down. He has a cloak here. That might help. Vanish. Does give him some healing to work with. Airless trying to see if he can find him. Does someone to whir. Does have evasion. Does burn it. Evasion. Does someone to airless. Airless with the cloak. That's not really going to help you. Unfortunately, against an outlaw work, that is nothing. Next turn, however, if it's by whir, he might be able to win it here. Big killing spree. Airless taking a load of damage from that killing spree. Like a metric ton. Vanish to follow. He does find him. Do we just rush him? And end this right here. He doesn't have a trinket. He has a, maybe he has an evasion. AoE. Cheap shot kidney. Oh, Airless catching him with the kidney. Is it enough though? Is this enough? Or does Whir have something? Blind. He's gonna have to go for a full reset. He has to go for a full reset. He uses a sap on the Airless. Shadow strike. Cheap shot. Is it enough? Cheap shot again. Oh, the Outlaw comes out on top. Narrowly, barely, but does do it. That was the closest match ever. I actually think if Airless was assassination, it would have been over. But because he's subtlety, he only has like burst during that lockdown. And as long as Whir has enough health during the burst, he's okay. But any dots to keep him out of stealth, that would also do it. An assassination naturally has a bunch of dots. Damn. Such a close duel. Gouge, as is going to be a chill, so it's not holy. Those pets, yeah, they're just going to clobber him. Nothing he can do. Tier, hopefully he's up and available. He's going to have to press the defensive here. Walling this off immediately. That's a lot of pets. Lost some momentum that he's going to have to deal with. Chilpas with AMS, AMZ. Ah, it's over. Oh my god, it's just a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. We're pulled off 3 though. I feel like those 2 need a rematch. No dampening. First duel. Rogue v Rogue. Proper 1v1, right? That would probably do it too. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Let's get another one going. Oh, there it is, man. There it is. How you doing, by the way, Al? Chelsea didn't even let him start, just pulled back because pop CDs. I mean, you add that high dampening, yeah, you're gonna pull the other guy in. But yeah, I guess. But you gotta be ready too, right? He's gonna be next, man. He's gonna rush you immediately before dampening gets super, super high. Let me know if you guys need more bodies or if you're good to go. We'll get you guys in here. Rogue deserved that nerf? I mean, maybe, dude. I don't know, man. I don't think so, but you know, maybe I'm biased, but no, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Need one. All right, Boris needs a Nomas. Kineric should be joining here, hopefully. Open the group in LFG for a spot. Kind of weird. Okay. Keep the. Okay. Every season pass or Motherboard. Yeah, they do. It's rough. Does he have the group listed? He does. Okay, so we need one for both teams actually. So if you guys want to join, we got a spot for either one. Anybody want to join? You're more than welcome to. Spots available for all the NA homies. Night King and Boris are both gonna need a +1, and I want to see if I can get anybody else. Does Bizzo? Yo, hold on a second. He joins duels. Hey man, want to join duels? Yeah, it was. Yo, Chicago, you want to join in? Got a spot, man. If you want to pop in, more than welcome to. CJ is murdering. So CJ did join in, actually. I did message Rude, too. Rude, I think he's pushing stuff. Danish is a PV guy. SB. I haven't played with SB in a second, actually. Mage from Duratar. Did join the team? Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Okay, so we actually got a 5 on a team Boris, and we need 1 for team Night King. Or 2 team Night King? Hey, man. Hosting some 5v5 duels if you want to join them. I'm gonna write to Furious. See what it says. Isaiah? I don't remember if Isaiah joined these duels. Hey, man, want to join? Oh, wait, no, you guys got 5. That was quick. Okay, we're good. We're good, apparently. That was quick. Let's do a Dalaran Silvers. Oh, so your sim? You mean what? For the weapon? Which sim? What sim we talking about? Chills, didn't we get it? Yeah, what sim we talking about, actually? Although I think we had like one last week or something. It was around like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. We didn't see Rick or Colby this week. Those guys are usually the resident warlocks for the duels, you know? But yeah, I'm sure we'll see them next week if they're around. They're doing an 8 mil overall in flood and survival. That is crazy work. Is that how much damage you think we're gonna do overall? Like, it could be like 7 to 8, right? If not 10. Imagine 11 million. Maybe, actually, depending how big you do all your polls. If you do a majority like giga polls, then you probably could do a lot then. Honestly, you know what I mean? Honestly. Okay, we save that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we are. Switch. Got ourselves over on the team 1. Divine's back on the pally. Lason is back in, yo! Lason is back. Gotta be Mick. First up versus the Paladino. Instant disarming him. Does he ever reflect for the stun? He's got himself a Blaze Storm ahead of the stun. With the reflect ahead of time. As long as you don't pop a Hodge on him, you'll be good. That is still a lot of damage done by the Paladino. Into Blessing of Protection. I don't think you disarm it, yeah. I don't think you try to shatter it. He does need to get himself a leap out. He'd only use the charge. That's his leap. That charge is his lead. Blind on the Mick. You can kick. Oh, I don't know if you got any big damage to follow up. That is his bubble locked out for a second. Stun to follow. He's trying to see if he can get a bubble out of him. If he can get a bubble and then start a pre-shatter, that'd be huge. Divines is gonna bubble. Do you have a shatter? Reflect, shatter. Oh, wait a second. Shatter going. Oh, the stun reflected back in. Wait a second. I think for Divine is go. Oh, never mind. The Paladin doesn't die. No matter what you do, even if you outplay him. And that was, by all accounts, an outplay in my opinion. That Hodge outplay was beautiful. And still, could not land a kill. Unfortunately. This game. This game, dude. There's a PvP zone. This is a PvP zone, man. You know what else is a PvP zone too? The forums. As soon as we get the midnight reveal, I'm sure the forums are going to be a PvP zone as well. Demonia got a full bleeds onto Chicago, wall on the soft, tried to see if he can survive it, got himself Maelstrom in order to keep himself alive. As long as he got mana and Maelstrom, we should be good to go. Try to drop a stun totem onto Demoniac. Cloak of Shadows, however, does keep him going. Big Ascendance available. He's going to be able to land some hits, but miss a few with that evasion. Cloak of Shadows for Demoniac does get a good road onto Chicago. That is still a lot of damage. That zaps them. Them zaps are very, very painful when you play as a Stormbringer. He's got to be Storm, right? Pretty sure with a Tempest, that should be a big giveaway. But Chicago just needs to get himself one more couple of big zaps with a Maelstrom. Knocking the Rogue out, but a quick stab kidney. Landing him into a knock by the Rogue with him being a Drakthir. That is gorgeous. What a gorgeous racial. What a beautiful racial. Does get himself almost a reset. Blind might be able to catch a re-stealth. I don't know if he's got a Flame Shock or anything. He does not get a re-stealth, unfortunately. Garrote onto Chicago is going to be buried down. Chicago's committed a pretty big cooldown. Knocks up the Rogue, but he does end up hugging the wall, hugging the boxes to not go flying in the air. Just kind of clip it against him really, lightly. Chicago needs to land some kind of a CC on him, and that route may be it. Demoniac, unless he can catch himself a reset with Garrotes, he might be in a bit of trouble. He's trying his best to try to catch a reset. I don't think that totem is going to let you. It keeps popping a slow on you, and I'm pretty sure that puts you into combat. Lasso, I don't know if you can do a follow-up. Kidney shot. It's going to be a step for Demoniac, using it to rush out, avoiding that totem. Might be able to catch himself a reset here. No, not quite. I don't know if he's going to gouge. Wait, Chicago DC'd. Chicago DC'd. Uh-oh. Demoniac is not taking advantage of the situation. He's just going to use it to catch a reset. I'm actually kind of okay with it. Chicago, hopefully he'll come back. Uh-oh. He's giving him a second. Giving him a second. Very honorable of you. Chicago's back in. Had Ghost Wolves and everything. He just backed up instead of attacking it. He decided just to take it easy. Kidney shot. Trick it available for Chicago. Does himself Bloodlust. Walls available. Just needs a couple of Tempest. That is an evasion out for Demoniac, though. He's got himself Kingsbane, Deathmark, everything available. As soon as a wall falls off for Chicago, this could be potentially a little bit rough. Knocking the Rogue back. Does have a cloak. May need to use a cloak here. Does use a cloak. That is still... Oh, the wind strikes, however, count as melee damage just from a distance. Doing nature damage. I know, right? It's like, wait a second. Blizzard, you're literally just from Storm Strike into literally a range lightning bolt wind thing. Nah. They still have it coded as a melee hit that hits you from super far away, and it does full nature damage. Does it make sense? Not really. But for Blizz, it does. So Cloak of Shadows doesn't stop it. Even though you think it would, because it's all nature damage, it doesn't stop it. Ooh, mad opener on Chicago of the bat does have himself a knockback onto the rogue, but just out of options, out of cooldowns, out of health, out of nothing. The big chicken gonna be up next. Does get a cleave onto her. He's gonna have to get himself a killing spree into a bar skin available for big chicken. It's going into a bit of a reset for where on them cooldowns or buffs actually. Got himself a bunch of coin flips, and as long as he gets himself the lucky tails coin over and over and over, he'll be able to ramp up a lot of damage onto big chicken. Does get himself a bit of a knockback or a bit of a leap back into a stun onto where into a cyclone. Finally able to get himself a breather. The Owl Rogues are wild this season. How much he use Rogue defensively is brutal. Back in the bear form. Man's never going to play Boomkin. He's basically playing Resto / Guardian. He might as well not even be in the Boomkin spec. Has not been able to play the game whatsoever. Maybe can get himself the trees to join in, but that's really about it. We're just trying to see if he can back up out of there. I'm pretty sure he's still got a Thrash Bleed on him. He does definitely have some kind of dot on him. Some kind of dot is definitely on him. Kidney shot, let's see if a setup, a drone rush, everything's available. Killing spree is up too. Unless you can stop it. That is a lot of damage. Try to walk away from it. But yeah, literally played Guardian form and Healer form. Never gonna play Boomkin. He literally never gets to play Boomkin. Unfortunate. Actually so unfortunate. Errorless does get himself a bit of a reset. With the eyes picked up, we're able to get himself a proper opener. Errorless also playing Outlaw. This would be interesting. Does go for a drone rush. Cheap shot. Wait a second. Huh? Okay, Warsaw. I don't even know how to say your name. I'm gonna call you I want to call you by your full legal name. I don't know how to pronounce it, unfortunately. Warsaw? Warsaw? Is this supposed to be a K at the end? There's a CHT. Warsaw? Do I just ignore it's CH and do just T? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. What is Outlaw? Exactly! Exactly! You blink and you miss it! This is why I said this guy's a pretty insane Outlaw Rogue, man. Pretty insane! Got himself a kidney shot to follow him. Bit of damage, but it looks like Chilpils with his army of undeath cannot escape death. You can escape a paladin. You can escape the law. You can escape a druid in the woods. Right? A bear in the woods. But you can't escape. Ooh, Layson giving Chilpils an opportunity to catch a couple of death strikes. I don't hate it. I think Layson is like, yo, you know what? We know how this is gonna go. Got some healing. I want to make sure my hammer actually can hit a health bar. Although I'm pretty sure he's not being toxic like that. I'm just adding that in. It's going to be AMS up really, really early. Chilpils does not have IBF. He's stunned until Layson does trick out of it. Immediately wall us up with the Shield of Vengeance. It is going to fall off, actually. Layson with the bubble. Trying to see if he can take down Chills. AMC down. Big hammer. He does a bunch of damage to follow up. Death Pact with the Lichborn. That's going to give him a little bit of healing. Line deciding Layson. Stun around the corner. Might be lights here. He needs to wait out until the Death Pact is off and then get a couple of death strikes. That is a bubble out of Layson. Spell Warden or Bob. Either one actually is going to be good here. Or bad, in fact. I don't know. Chilpils will have to pre-AMS the stun if he wants to live. He needs death strikes. He doesn't even have resources into a spell warden. Can't really stop any of it. AMS is up and available. I don't know if you can go for army. If you can go for army and riders, oh no, it's rough. It is rough. Yeah, what is Outlaw? It is a good question, Errorless. Seriously, yeah. Yeah, just a quick little setup. It is tier. The tier set they got is pretty solid. That's what it is. It's Fate Bound. It's basically the same thing as the tier set is the same as Assassination Fate Bound tier, except you basically get to proc it off of 2 abilities that are off the GCD. So 5 buff, also that too. Yeah, once you get a 5 buff, that's scary, super scary. Hit like 3 times. Yeah, it's part of the tier set. Assassination also has the same tier, but they get it from abilities that are on GCD. Outlaw gets some abilities off GCD, so you can do them in a really quick succession, really rapid succession. 38% healing is classic Roger 3. Yeah, no, there's just not much you can do. I agree with you. I always hold that hope whenever it's like that close over dual chills, but like, yeah, it's definitely like really, really hard. I always love seeing like an underdog succeed, and I always hope for it. I always hope and pray for it, honestly, because I love seeing it, man. But yeah, in some situations, there's just no win condition. That was definitely a real rough, basically no win condition. Boris and Chill, let me know when your boys are ready, and we'll get another one going. We got another one up in here, dude. Have to wait 30 seconds before I can start doing anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Boris is ready. As soon as Chills gives me the go-ahead, we'll send it. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. Little quick match. Little quick one. Yo, chat, by the way, the midnight leaks look insane. Midnight, which for some reason I thought midnight reveal was on a Monday. It is on a 19th, which is the Tuesday. I thought for some reason I'd have a stream Monday, and I was kind of like planning out my videos and stressing out like I'm not gonna have any break time in between, because that Sunday Monday break time is crucial for me, man. It is crucial. But looks like it is on a Tuesday, and I'll be streaming super early for it. And then diving into endgame weeklies and whatever. And then just doing as much as we can until the day is gone. But yeah. Good, fine for twos. Cheers, let me know when you're good. And we will, and there it is. Speak of the devil, it shall appear. We're gonna send you guys into Tiger's Peak, right? Let's do Tiger's Peak. Let's do Tigers. Big bombs? Yo, 6.8 mil damage with bombs, man. I'm loving it. Sentinel. And you have your tier, right? 4 set? Or is that without the 4 set? Honestly, not wrong. Me and Boris, dude, I love having a homie to talk shop about rogues, man. Me and Boris to talk a shop right now about rogues, like what they need, what happened over development in PTR. I'm kind of cluing them in on some of the things. Basically, all Blizzard did is add new bugs and change killing spree, but then fix the bugs, so rogues didn't really get any of the changes we were looking for as a class Discord, where we should be the one protesting instead of rip alleys. But and then he said something profound. It all started going wrong with the removed vendetta. And I'm like, you know what? Actually true. Actually true. Actually true. Not wrong. Fun fact, I killed the druid with slice and dice. Oh, for the coin? Yeah, you could definitely do like some weird slice and dice stuff for the coin thing. Which, yeah, slice and dice killing a druid from afar is diabolical. What is happening, dude? I was just underground. Holy, Layson on team 1. We got us the Divine's gonna be first up. Licton back of that Affy. Got ourselves Thug as well as Whir. With it's gonna be Mick again. A bit of a rematch between these two. Last time Mick was really close to it. He got the shatter. He's got the reflect stun onto the Paladin. Was able to lock him down. Disarm with a Searing Glare right after him. Mick is gonna take a lot of damage. He's got a lot of potential output. Is gonna rush out of there. I think he's just looking for that second wind recovery. Look at that charge, man. Look at that charge. I think he's gonna have to wait up. Yeah, Fear onto Pally. He does go for Blessing of Saint, so you can avoid any CC, or at least reduce it heavily. And Mick is gonna have to see if he can set up a Reflect on a Hodge. As soon as the Pally gets one back up and available. Gonna be defensive on a Mick with the Blessing of Protection. Mick knows he can either shatter or save it for a bubble. He decided he's gonna have to shatter now. Try to see if he can get a couple of Bloodthirsts off Divines, and maybe try to see, I guess, if he can rush out from the bubble, if at all possible. Does go for the rush before the Hodge comes in. He's going to try to see if he can catch himself a little bit of healing. Will need to get himself a Reflect on a stun if possible. And Divines, I think, is just getting ready to just like stun him insta. Pretty much ready. Does he time it? Gotta time it. Does he go for it? Stun instead. Divine, just with a hammer throw, takes it. That is so rough. Being a warrior going up against a paladin, you are walking into this duel at a disadvantage. Just the discrepancy between the two classes is kind of wild. Divines having to fight through the storm. That is the Tempest. Enhancement Shaman does go for the bubble. Try to go for a cast, but make sure not to get interrupted by Chicago. That could have been really rough for him. Chicago still has Ascend. So if you get up in melee with the guy, or at least in line of sight, you can still do a lot of damage to him real quickly. That's going to be a Blessing of Saint, stopping the stuns a little bit. Not just to be gutted. Yo, dude, I've heard that from so many people, man. With that many immunities, and the class just cranks this much damage, either as Dawnlight or as a huge killer hammers as Templar. I've heard that a lot from the PvP community, man. Plus, it is the most played spec in the game. Like, everybody gravitates to it because, well, a lot of people will tell you that to play Paladin, it's like, well, it's not that hard to play. You do a lot of damage. Even PvE community is like kind of tired of them, because when you queue him with plus, it's like 1 billion rets. Because that's like the only melee that everybody plays. even though they're like not really meta, it's just a bunch of people play them because apparently they're pretty easy. And the crank, there is like a whole Discord thing where Red Pally Discord is now protesting, asking Blizzard for buffs, literally locking off Discord channels where people can get useful class guide information because they're asking for more buffs. So yeah, that is happening right now in this moment. It's wild times we're living in. Chicago, speaking of wild times, is living through some wild times of his own, man. That's a lot of damage you take it from the Dawn Light. Cannot even get close enough to use Maelstrom in order to be able to enhance their heals. Just having to play around it. Walls available. May have to just walk in, ground and totem, wall, and try to land as many heals as possible. Needs to start building some Maelstrom versus the Paladin, though. That's for sure. Wall is available. Good grounding. No grounding for the Hodge, unfortunately. Knocked back, but the Pally still. Wake of Ashes slams him. Chills immediately. Yoings the Pally over. Without immunities, I think the Paladin might be done for the count here. Chill Pills does not go for AMS here. Full burst is available. Divine's got himself a Blasting of Saint with a lay on hands, but it's going to get cleaned down really quickly. The sights are just ripping right through him. Blind on the Chills does get himself that double Dawn Light to heal himself by the looks of it. So he should be able to at least maintain himself at least a little. Looks like Dawn Light for Loft, maybe? Maybe Dawn Light fell off. Sun onto Chills. Does break out of it. Wake of Ashes. Heal. Oh, but the Reaper comes through. The Reaper's sight, at least that's what it looked like, comes through and does land the kill. That is so rough. Giving like 2 or 3 games without reds. Ban them for 2 games. Unfortunately, a lot of people played Red Pally, so it's not really something that could, yeah, not really something that can, I feel like if we did that, we'd lose a number of people that join duels. It's just there's a lot of people that play Paladin. That being said, we have had games where there's been no Pallies, and those have been definitely like a breath of fresh air at times. What is happening, Layson? Holy, okay, we know how we're talking about Pallies being kind of cracked. What was Chills doing just now? What was that cracked out move? What in the hell? Full stun into Layson. Does have lay in hands. The Reaper Scythe comes through. Does he have the damage? Layson looking to land himself the big hammer. Dome down. If you can get Chilpus to walk out of it, there's going to be Lichborn with Dome, reducing a lot of that hammer damage. I see, might be in a bit of trouble. Death Pack is just running out of there. Running out of there as quickly as you can. That is so rough. Holy. What was that damage, Chills? Can you do it again? He's got himself Death Pack for a short bit. So he's got to wait out until Death Pack is gone before he rushes in. Stun onto Layson. Does he have another go? Is this going to be enough here? AMS is available so you can stop the stun. But however, the Blessing of Spell Warden is going to stop a lot of the frost damage. Unfortunately, Chilpa is just going to have to take it really defensively. Maybe he can go for a couple of Death Strikes to heal, because I think that's physical damage. That will still give you a heal. But yeah, those Obliterates are just not going to be able to do much. Gripping Layson in. Got himself the Reaper Scythe. That may be enough. Blinding Layson. Looking for a Death Strike or 2. That is going to bubble out of Layson. And Chilpa unfortunately does not have a way to spell steal that bubble. If he had Dark Sim, he might be able to make something work here. Ooh, that hit behind the whole corner was actually nasty. Layson is super low. Does get himself a hammer. Is that hammer going to connect? Chilpas just needs to find a way to stay away from Layson right now until the next go. Bubble, however, is going to stop a lot of his go, a lot of momentum. So Chilpa is going to need defenses here, Lichborn, everything just to live. And maybe just spam Death Strikes. That or land a kick on Layson. That'll be a way to do it. Grip him in, try to see if he can get some damage going. Stun onto Chills. Layson backing up out of it. He will have to use a bubble. Layson's health is getting really low. Chilpas can pre-AMS this. And he's got himself a big Obliterate ready. Oh, or no, he's got himself Brock in between a bubble. He got himself a Brock. Oh my God. And just like that, in the snap of an eye, his Shield Pillars was able to take down Layson. Where was able to extinguish Chills. Big killing spree out for Airless, though, in that opener versus where is going to go for a bit of a grapple over. Got himself a bit of a setup here. That is so rough, dude. That is so rough. Holy. Airless got himself the eyes and we're backing up behind the pillar. He's just gonna wait him out for a second. Dude, Chills, that proc of the Blaze with a Howling Blast was insane. It does enough damage to get through Paladin, who's trying to really play with that bubble, trying to really use it when he's super low in health, but you didn't expect for Chills to have some range damage. Actual legit range damage. Airless landing a blind onto Whir with a cheap shot. As long as he continues the CC, does go for a cheap shot. Trinkets out of the disarm, trying to continue the damage and the pressure going. Where potentially this could be his opportunity to go for a stun. Vanish out for Airless, backing up out of there. Whoa, somebody grapple hooks, look at him go. Word does some mobility. Try to see if you can run up to him. Eyes are available. Either rogue can pick him up. Airless does not have a trinket. Neither does Word, actually. Airless picking up the eyes. You should be able to see Word. Kind of avoiding him. He knows he's left here. He knows he's by the statue. He has to know. He's looking. He's looking. He doesn't know where Word exactly is, but he is guessing he's by the statue. He has to be by the statue, right? He's got to be by the statue. I think he does see him at the end. Grapple over. Catches a reset. Empower rule weapon? What? Empower rule weapon does that much? How hard does empower rule weapon hit for? It looked like you howling blasted him, maybe with empower rule weapon at the same time. How hard does that hit? From range. Sap onto arrowless. No trinket available. Question, does Where have cooldowns? He does have a lot of cooldowns. Got himself big coin damage. Disarmed by error. Trying to see if he can get himself a setup. This is an opportunity. Blind by Where. I'm switching over a little early. Kidney shot. Killing spree. Does vanish it. Cheap shot. Airless. Drink it out for Word. Cheap shot back into airless. But cheap shot by airless onto Word. Just trying to see if he can back up out of it. But he's got so much range damage. He's got the pistols doing work. Grapples out. Let's see if a second grapple. He does reconnect and gouge. Airless with a meld. Catches him an easy re-stealth. Word does not have eyes on him. Blade flurry but doesn't catch him. Airless back it up out of there completely. We're out in the open looking for him. Eyes are up. I honestly think he'd pick up the eyes. I think he'd pick up eyes. I don't know if airless. I feel like he would pick up eyes. Maybe not. If he does now, he will see where airless is at. He can potentially get him into combat immediately. But he's kind of guessing. He's thinking airless is going to go for the eyes himself. Airless is out in the middle. If you want to pick up eyes, you would see him immediately. Actually, picking up eyes and vanishing will give you eyes and you're still in stealth. I know you lose advantage, but get yourself the guaranteed opener on the other guy. That is a thing, but at this point, so much time has passed. Both of them are just crowding the eyeball right now. It looks like airless is going to pick it up. Does he find the other guy? I think he sees him. Does blind him. Gives him the opener. For airless, this could be huge, actually. I don't know if he can catch himself a re-stealth, but he maybe got himself some damage. Maybe a kidney shot. Evasion. Does go for a killing spree. There's going to be Word with an evasion as well. Trying to see if he can get around him. Next vanish could be huge for a cheap shot. Both of them have cheap shots, too. Both of them have vanishes. Both of them have cheap shots. No trick for Word for a second. Cheap shot into airless. Got him to the opener. Kidney shot reverse it. Airless got a longer stun. He can also vanish cheap shot in case he needs to. Vanish instead. Cheap shot right after. Is it enough damage though? Is it enough? Both are super low. Either one could go down right here. It could be anyone's game, dude. Grapple's over. Try to see if you can avoid him. Does go for a big grapple. Second grapple. Does rush right over. Out of stealth. Cheap shots up in the yard. Try to see if you can go for big between the eyes. Isn't enough the range damage. Pistols are out. The guns are out. Into advantage by Where. Airless picking up the eye. Grapple's super far away. He knows where he's at. He sees him. He sees him. He knows exactly where he's at. Yep. Grapples in. Cheap shot. I think airless. Oh. Airless goes down. I think that was also maybe with a drone rush or a ghost strike. That was rough, dude. That was so rough. The duels of outlaws, man. They're just like ballerina. They're like trapeze circus people, right? Just flying around all over the arena, man. Literally flying around everywhere, dude. From one swing to another. Holy. Is that what trapeze is? I don't remember. But they're acrobats, right? Straight up acrobats, dude. Circus acrobats just leaping all over the place. Oh my god. Word does have a trinket's backup unavailable versus the big chicken. I don't know if a boomkin can really do much against the owl rogue. Eyes are not available for either side, unfortunately, so you're just kind of waiting out for the rogue. He's right behind you to get an opener. Word, however, does not have a drone rush backup. He still has his prime one on cooldown. Still got a little bit of residual drone rush on him, which is what those red lights are. But he is not going to be able to get himself that coin opener. Eyes are available, so chicken potentially could just go over there. He's going to rush it, sap by the rogue. Technically could just get a pick up the eyes and deny eyes for chicken if he wanted to. Killing spree, trying not to get bashed. It's going to be cat form, bash, trinket to follow. Both are super low. Chicken needs to use every defensive to live this. Heart of the Wild, bar skin, everything. Should be able to find the rogue if he picks up the eyes, but he knows the rogue is going to be nearby. Roots him. Silence doesn't do anything for the rogue, unfortunately. And she's got him so big, convoke the spirits. It does some damage, but it's okay. He's not trying to hit you. He's trying to heal, but it doesn't matter. The rogue. I think it's over. Yeah. Nothing can stop this rogue. All the rogues, man, are wild. Chupil's getting that kill from a distance, by the way. That was also clean. Super clean, man. Nobody could tell, but apparently Frost Death has a lot of range damage. Alright, boys, let's get another one going. Boris and Chills, let me know when you both are ready. We get like a couple more in. Then we can call it. I gotta get some food in me anyway. I don't like taking my time in stealth and prolongs the game, so I'm trying to prevent it from staying in stealth. Sorry, Del. Oh, good, Airless. Perfectly understandable, man. I get you. That's been your MO in a lot of the times, honestly. Like previous, like duels from past expansions. Airless does have this discrepancy of, as sub or assassination, he often would do this move. He would like try to see if he can escape somebody. He's at 2% health. He vanishes. He's like, I wasn't stealth for 2 seconds. That's good enough. I'm just gonna get out there, just hit ambush and try to see if he can live. He doesn't like stealth, which I honestly can respect it. How to play defenseless and stealth with a stronger DPS over human with fate bound because of double jeopardy. Oh, for the re-stealth? I think I guess. I don't think you would really do shot him out just to do more damage, would you? Or would ya? Or would ya? Or do ya? Hold on. Is there a way to just like, because I know you can, when you come out of stealth and you hit Ghost Strike and the other thing, you can actually get like an extra proc. Is that something you can just cheese then? Is that a thing? Hold on a second. Boris, are we good? We're good. Let's send it. I'm gonna play you guys into a Lordaeron, because we've done big arenas, but we haven't done Lordaeron, so we'll do one smaller. Oh my god, it does a lot of damage. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is awesome. Wild stuff. Yeah, Death Knights apparently have a considerable bit of range damage. Layson got hit by a lot there. That's crazy. Scared to pick up the eyes and the rogue picking up the eyes since the duel. Where? I mean, so there's also a thing you can do when you pick up the eyes and you vanish immediately as soon as you get the sight, and you still stay in stealth, but you also see the other guy. Then again, like, the eyes is definitely a pickup. Sometimes it wins you games, sometimes it doesn't. I think defensively, it's a better play not to pick them up, but it can be also really good to grab them. Especially if you do it early, while the other guy's resetting. But if some time passes, you don't want to pick up eyes. But at that point, you're just kind of hanging around near the eyes and looking for sap game. Although Airless picked up the eyes, but was still able to get a proper opener onto Whir as well. So it's not like the eyes really hurt him either. Which, you know what I mean? Gonna be Chill Pills out first over for the team 2 versus Divines. This is out. There's a Red Pally versus Death Knight. Got him some potential and lots of bursts. Is gonna go big damage in the opener. Divines with a Blessing of Saint. And it's still taking huge hits either way. Does go for Spell Warden. Chill Pills trying to see if he can mosey out of this as quickly as possible. Wraith walking it as Divines going for as much self-healing as possible. I'm switching wrong people here, man. Switching between two Paladinos. Chills with that first aid, looking for a full recovery. Was able to get a big defensive out of Divine. Still, Bubble is available, so Chills can play around Bubble. He might be okay. Still got a big Reaper Scythe hitting him either way. IBF out to break out of a stun. Lots of damage on Divines. Lay on hands so you can stay in the combat a little longer. Trinket's out of that stun, but Chilpin's got himself the AMS, and he's trying to see if he can back himself out of there for a second. Needs some cooldowns before he has himself another go versus Divines. Definitely going to be a bubble. He also wants to make sure he's extra healthy for it. Major just drop down Dome, AMS, everything defensively. And just have himself a big old go versus Divines. Trying to see if he can make some damage happen. That is full burst. Everything is up. Bubble up for Divines super early. Just trying to see if he can use the bubble at high health. Chill Pills has to play defensively. Dots himself out of that stun. Lots of potential damage. Maybe this will be enough. Blind for a second. Searing Glare is super unfortunate. Stuns him while he's Lynchborn. That is so rough. AMS, however, the AMC should keep him healthy. Should keep him nice and healthy. Shield of Vengeance not going to feel good to bust through. And you're just trying to see if he can bake out of there for a second until cooldowns are back up and available. He does have himself the weapon. Maybe that'll give him enough death strikes available. Trying to see if he can survive this. Maybe this will be enough damage. Both are so low. But looks like the Paladin does commit one more. Templars knocked up in the air by the Warrior into immediate stun. No bubble available. And I think the Warrior is going to be able to take it. Meg taken out one, but it's going to be the Rogue after immediately charging in. Cheap shot gets some damage onto Mick with immediate Trinket Fear onto the Rogue. Invasion right after. He's got him some big defenses, but he just can't really bloodthirst the Rogue to get a heal. I think Pen of Victory still connects a heal either way. Oh wait, you can't banish the eye anymore? Really? Never mind, dude. I played the game for like years, and that's been a mechanic for years. You can't vanish the eye anymore, huh? Interesting. Interesting, Blizzard. Oh, look away and you miss it, but Wur does get himself a big old cheap shot go onto the warrior. That is a lot of damage. The Chicago going to be up next. Does drop in a totem. And that totem is going to pulse near Wur, actually. He's going to get him out in the open. He still gets a cheap shot. Can knock the rogue back. Does go for cheap shot instead. Big ascent. Big damage. Wherever the Cloak of Shadows, you can still do a lot of damage. It still goes through the Cloak of Shadows. He got him some big damage reduction, however, into a full kidney shot onto Chicago. Does he have the totems? Maybe a stun totem. He's going to try to see if he can back up out of there. Chicago moving the totem right next to him. First aid. I don't know if you can leap over or maybe root him around the corner. Does drop the totem right on top of the rogue. Actually catches him out of stealth. Goes for a cheap shot, but it's super yard. Where right now does not have a lot of CC they can use versus Chicago. Does go for a disarm. That does help a little bit. Chicago, however, does have that lasso on him. Wrangling up the road, getting him really, really low, bit by bit. Killing spree with an evasion. Got him some big defenses, but it's going to be huge damage out for Chicago. Either way, can light the bolt through that evasion. And that totem also does a decent bit of damage as well. I don't know if you can dodge it. The big Sunder totem. I don't know if he can dodge it. Oh, it still gets it with a stun, but is able to grapple out of the either way. Mid grapple stun, blind to hopefully catch a reset, but a root totem almost catches him. Does land a sap and avoids the totems. That is a hell of a move, man. That stealth sap insta. Well timed. Well timed, my man. And that's going to be totems, however, catching him yet again, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Does get himself a proper cheap shot. Knocked back by the shaman. With the shaman leaping after him as he goes in for a grapple. Alien Blast just sneaks its way through the pixels there. Through around the one of the pillars of the tombstone. As he got himself a kidney shot onto Chicago with a disarm to follow. Is this enough, however? Vanish is available. Could go for his interrupt. Cheap shot onto Chicago. Is it enough, however? Chicago with a wall is available. Does have a trinket coming up very, very soon. If Wur can get himself a reset, he'll be fine. But rooted, that's going to put him in combat. And for Chicago, that's an opportunity to catch up a little bit of healing. Moving the totem a little closer. As long as you keep the rogue near the totem, that's going to be considerable damage he's going to take. Stun totem ready. Oh, and locking down the rogue. Cheap shot is available, but Chicago with a lava lash at the end. Taking the rogue out, cleaving him down. Well done, well done. Man, spec physical, get red pally. True, chills, true. Yeah. Yeah, it is crazy, man. Wish the game Death Knight's more of like less physical and magical challenge and rather like damage reduction. Like a road down the middle. Left row magic, right row physical, middle some damage reduction. Some passive version, you know what I mean? That would be good. That'd be good, Blizz. It's going to be Chicago given an opportunity to at least get himself a full reset versus Layson. Layson, the boy, the homie, leaping in. It's going to be Lust. Will Ascendance for Chicago. Does not have a trinket for the Hodge, but maybe Ground Totem? No, Ground Totem is available. That's a full hammer down. And Layson with a Templars. I don't know if he's... Oh, Templar's Verdict? But I don't know if he's playing a Templar Hero Talent, though. Look at that Mog, man. That Tabard matches it super well, actually. I think he basically was like, you know what? How can I make a Mog around this helm? And I think he's got the perfect colors for it. A bit of that silver, a bit of that gold, a bit of that royal blue. It looks good. Even get the weapon that has a bit of blue and golden on it as well, man. It looks sick. It looks sick. And I feel like I'll see a lot of people use that belt with like the big buckle and the parchment paper. A lot of people use it. Trinket blind by Layson with the Searing Glare onto Aeroless, who's got to get himself a Cloak of Shadows. That's an opportunity for him to have a big go. Layson may be looking for a bubble here, or Bob will need to use something, anything available. Big hammers down onto Aeroless. That's still a lot of blade damage. We'll need something. Bubble does get used. Trying to see if he can catch up to Aeroless with advantage to follow them. Unless Layson can find him with a Wake of Ashes. Unless he sees him. He stuns him. He does get him. But he won't have a bop anymore. Unless Aeroless comes in right now and just tries to end the duel immediately. Cheap shot, super the yard. Garrote is going to be helpful. That's a big bleed damage. Unless it does go down, unfortunately. The blades versus a paladin, though, are really strong. Thug up next. Does get a full spear down onto Aeroless. I don't even know if the spear connected, to be honest. Fear, massive hit. Big demolish. It doesn't connect, unfortunately. Evasion fully all the way through. Does a parry. Can't really stop him right now. Reflect is available in case Rogue's got any damage. Does catch him. Oh, just shoulder checked him. It's back to high school, man. Back to high school hallways, just shoulder checking random kids. I never done it. I knew a guy that did it, though. He was a dick. Stun onto Chicken. Chicken got a lot of damage though. Does not have to play against rogues or paladins. He's actually able to do damage. Intermediate bear form was Licton rushing at him. He's got all those trees still available. The lower axe calls for the trees. Melted the chaos bolt. Avoided the damage completely. Inferno's already in play. And Chicken trying to see if he can catch up as much self-healing as possible into a succubus. You see right afterwards. Shot if you're locking him down. Bolt gonna connect. You have Heart of the Wild. Maybe you could make some work off of this route onto all these pets. For Chicken, that's an opportunity to at least catch himself a bit of that resetting. This could be huge. Could be good for him. This is going to be Dark Pack for Licton. He's got defenses. Mortal Coil. Chaos Bolt does not line of sight. I was thinking it was going to line of sight it. That fear pathing sometimes with Mortal Coil and fears can be rough. Convoke the spirits, but a defensive to heal as much as possible. Not terrible. Licton does take a little bit of that nature damage around him. I'm not really sure what. Maybe a bunch of mushroom procs or something. I am not sure actually. Full dots are in. Silence on a Licton does get some damage. That's an opportunity for Chicken to get some huge hits. That Star Surge does a lot. Got himself a bit of that regrowth. Looking to spam up as much healing as possible. I do wonder if Big Chicken has himself the tier set though, like the 2 set or the 4 set. If he has, that could be huge. Fear to follow for Licton. Got himself a bit of damage onto one of these pets. As Chicken trying to see if he can get himself around the pillar. Bash on a Licton does have a trinket. Mortal Coil to follow. Does, yeah, there goes the pathing. Still got a bolt off either way. The fear pathing definitely put him behind the pillar, but it's still got a bolt off. Chicken landing a bit of that damage. Does, I think it's a mushroom actually. I think it's a mushroom proc. That's what I think it is. Bolt, does he get to avoid it? Does get to avoid that one. As long as he can avoid a bolt, he'll be okay. Convoke to catch up in full health. This is the thing going to be the one last push. Licton got walled. Has got himself the succubus. I don't know if succubus can really help here, honestly. I think actually going for the intro pet might be better. Big Chicken is going to go behind the pillar, catching up as much healing as he can in that cubby. I think this is going to be the final push for the both of them. Throw everything onto the table. Licton got every defensive though. He's got Hellstone, so he's got a lot of recovery. If he can hold on to that Hellstone, that may get Chicken to push in. And this way he could turn around with a big hit with Infernal. Silenced out completely though. You just got to survive the silence go. Silence go survived. Mortal Coil. Do you have a big Infernal? He's going for a bolt. That bolt does connect. That does hit. Licton may need defenses. He has a Warlock Hellstone. Will need to use it with a Soul Burn. Wall is available. I think he's trying to see if he can bake Chicken into him. So Stone now. It didn't give a lot of healing. Never mind. 51% dampen. I guess dampens it super hard. Fear. I think it's over. I think the Boomkin takes it. I think the Boomkin actually takes it. The dots are still on you. Yeah, the final started crashing in. Oh my god. Big Chicken landing too. Don't underestimate Boomkins, man. Do not underestimate Boomkins. My god. That was so good. Let's get another one going. Yeah, I don't know if you if that was a, I'm assuming because it is Boris in the Warlock and he's like he said he's kind of newish at it. I do wonder if you used a Soul Burn Warlock Hellstone, because if you use it together that is a huge heal, but there's a good chance he did do that. I just can't really see the cooldown of Soul Burn or know when using Soul Burn. I'm assuming they almost always do, but yeah, that dampening was pretty high. It was 50%. If not higher. I did. Good. So you did use it. You just didn't know any healing. Need more Moonguard players, bro? True. True. We definitely do. Errorless and Whir. I definitely saw more favorite Moonguard players out here, man. Yeah, I got like 50% HP. It was very little. That's why I was like, did he use it? And I saw it, look at the damp, and I was like, it is really high. So, yeah, that would do it. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get another one going. We have time for at least one more. Damn. Alrighty. Boris and Night King, let me know when you guys are ready, or if you need more bodies. We can at least get one more run tonight. Also, chat, before the reset, get your time walkings done. Get your weekly quest done for time walking. Get your final boss skill on, I wasn't gonna say Nazath, but it's, Yaxaran. Blanked there for a second. I'm getting used to be a caster pillars and still deciding. Yeah, exactly. You definitely got a good few casts there. The bowl's connected. Chills got 4, so Chills is gonna need a +1. He's gonna open up the group in LG. If you guys want to join, you're more than welcome to. I've done it in all 20, and everyone got tier O track, hero track tier pieces. Oh, You mean like items you'll be able to catalyze? Yeah, I need to do that on all my alts. I'm probably gonna try to do that Monday maybe. Get all my alts done with all the time walkings. I've been really putting a lot of effort on my rogue this week with raiding and everything and Mythic Plus. I've just been spending a lot of times in dungeons. Wait, why am I getting a weekly done? If you're PvE, then it'll give you a champion track gear from the raid. There's a lot of bosses in Ulduar. You also have a quest that gives you a normal item, a random item from the new raid, which could be some of the best trinkets or items or boots that increase your cloak power. That's really, really good. And you also can get a hero track item for defeating Yaxaron. There's a quest inside of the Ulduar raid where it gives you a random hero track item from that time walking raid. So that could be a weapon, that could be an item that can be catalyzed into tier. That's on a higher track. Trinket, potentially some really good trinkets from that raid. There's a caster and a melee trinket that are really, really solid, especially if you're a 2-minute class. Yeah. And then any other items like rings. No cloaks anymore. No cloaks anymore. There are somebody to do a threes? Yeah, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Chicago, do you want to do threes with me and Caneric sometime? Do you want to heal him? Because, well, since you're here, me and you never really get to play together. That could be fun, right? So Caneric is like, yo, we gotta do threes. And if you want to join us for the grind, unless you got a team already, that'd be fun. Which the people who got cloaks? Yeah, dude. If they got another cash, that would be great. That would have been awesome. Chat, we got a spot right now with Night King Hockey in Chicago. If you want to join them, you're more than welcome to. One spot is available. I want to see if I can maybe invite an extra body, maybe from my end. If somebody's on. I think I whispered Isaiah before. Collapse is on? Yo, that's the PD guy, but he's a homie. Chills on. Rosie, I messaged Reverence. Oh yeah, you got 5. We're good. We're Gucci. We're Gucci Spagucci. As soon as you do list, we'll be good to go. I'll run it. Cool. I accidentally bought the Conquest shoulders for Rogue, but I also have the gloves. Should I convert the shoulders to tier set or what? Like you already have the gloves as a tier, right? Yo, Warthus, my man, 37 months. What's up, Dal? What is up, my boy? Hope you are doing good. Hope you are enjoying the Arcane Mage that's about to get nerfed. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate 37 months, my man. I know you've been around the channel way longer than that. I appreciate you. Chills, delisted. Otherwise, just got a break. As soon as you delist, we'll queue. As soon as you delist, we'll queue. But yeah, if you are, I already got Conquest shoulders for Rogue, but I also have the gloves. So you have gloves as a tier piece. You could do shoulders, then yeah, so then you would have a 2 set. You could do it. I think the better tier pieces, in my opinion, would be higher stat pieces like helm, chest. I don't remember what stats are on shoulders, but yeah, just getting tier at least a 2 set is worth it. It is worth it. Let's do it in the grand. I was gonna throw you guys into like a Blade's Edge, but we'll do it in the grand. Found out Late Drinker's bugged with Arcane. Like a good bugged or bad bugged? If it is good bugged, I can see why everybody's playing Late Drink right now. You know what I mean? I can see why I mean. No, seriously. Seriously, I feel like the bugs this patch have been just only to help classes do more damage. Unless you're Paladin. Unless you're Paladin, apparently. This is going to be the last one for the night, I think, boys. Last one for the evening. It procs off of the passive Arcane Explosions, the proc from Dematerialize. How would you use that for more damage, though? What is Dematerialize again? Is it where Arcane Blast have a chance to Arcane Explosion the target? Is that what it is? Or am I thinking of like another ability? Or did I make that up? I don't run. There's not a lot of like Arcane Mages have not been able to run too much variety in their builds recently. It's not like I've really been playing for a lot of variety either. But yeah, I'll need to give it a try. Good Twitch. Got ourselves Lecton. Oh, my camera. There we go. Now we're good. Lurz is the Light Messiah joining in. Light Messiah, the light shining through. He's doing it, boys. He's doing it. Big Chaos Bolts are in. Got himself a little bit of this bubble for Light Messiah. Trying to see if he can back himself out of here as soon as possible. Dark Pact is available. Saya got himself full stun. Everything is available. We got Saya over on the NA and Saya over for the EU. Have you noticed it? We got Saya. We got two Sires, dude. Two Sires. Electa with a wall. Got himself a lot of damage getting taken up by the Paladino, who still doesn't have a bubble anymore, but maybe Spell Warden. If you do enough damage, Spell Warden is up. You gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta port. You gotta gateway. You gotta move. Move. Running, dude. Running. You're a farm cow. Move. That's all you're doing the entire time. Oh, leave here. You gotta get a go. Stun. Oh, so close. So close with the warrior leaping in, not even giving him a chance, just cracking the man down in the middle with a massive obliterator. Big chicken landing a stun. Instant trinket for the warrior, spearing the chicken, trying to see if he can make some shish kebabs out of him. Holy, big demolish instantly. Blazestorm to try to see if he can avoid that cyclone, bailing out of there instantly. With the charge for the warrior, trying to go for root silence. I don't know if he can really do much. Try to see if he can get a slow onto the druid, but get a slow onto the druid is really tough. They can just power shift everything. All the trees are in. For Thug, he may need some defenses here. That's a lot of damage. Full celestial alignment for Chicken. However, he does pick up quite a decent bit of healing, so the warrior is actually okay. Cashing up a charge to Chicken. What sacked him? Wait, who just sacked him? I think it's an automatic sack. I think it's an automatic sack. I don't think Red Paladin... Yeah, Red Paladin, he's just on a mount. That's an automatic sack. I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. But as Paladins, you may not want to run the talent in duels. That's an automatic sack. I'm pretty sure there's a talent, and chat can correct me if you check the WoW head for talents for Pallies. Bottom left-ish area, not completely but to the bottom, but like middle bottom area of the class talents. There should be an upgrade talent for blessing a sack that procs automatically when a target is low. That might have been what happened. A little bit of defense for Chicken, unfortunately. Should that be allowed? Pallies, should they be allowed to do that? It's gonna be full blast out for Chicken though. Landing a kill on the warrior. A hard fought duel either way for both of them though. And where is it gonna be up next? Chicken, Hockey, be aware. Be advised, rogue inbound. You are playing against a rogue. So if you need to change up your strat or anything like that, should be given opportunity, because I guess rogues, boomkins just don't do well. Get literally skewered by a rogue, does catch him with a thrash, opener by the rogue, bear from at least gives you a bit of that armor, a little bit of that survivability, landing a root onto the rogue, instant vanish before you can even get dots on a guy. Moonguard baby, yes he is man, Moonguard baby. Plenty of Moonguard homies in here. He also had Arrowless, but I think he dip potentially? Or maybe Arrowless was on the other, one of the paladins? Maybe? Is going to be the opener by where Chicken with a bar skin having to play defensively here. Try to go for a clone. Kick out of the rogue so you get a juke it. There's an opportunity for you to land a clone if you want to. Convoke the spirits, but using them more defensively just to heal. Silence on the rogue. Chicken to follow bear from or after. You don't really have anything to heal yourself. Maybe some damage, but the rogue got so much range. As you're running away, the rogue just killed you from a distance. I think it's just the second two-parter between the eyes into a dispatch. That free dispatch does do range damage, weirdly enough. That's a run of the rogue. If Chilpus can find him quick enough with maybe Death of Decay around the corner, he should be able to give some pressure onto the rogue, denying him the reset. Rogue has advantage in case he wants to use it. Does use advantage, but he's dotted. Going for a slice and dice, however, is going to actually put him out into combat. And those pads do clobber him down. Not much you can do when the army comes for you, man. That's an entire army of undeads. A big blighted arrow undead too. Setting those pets at Layson immediately before Layson really has any opportunity to approach. And look at the damage the pets have done before he even hit chills. Like 50% of his health is gone before he's even got to touch chills. Did they give the undead a bomb in your animation when he dies? It looked like he popped and popped like a balloon and just a bunch of green everywhere. Is that new? Oh, that's someone else, man. How did it? Sorry. All good, my guy. All good. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Also, hopefully I run into you in arena sometime. It'd be super fun, man. This is going to be Layson trying to see if he can get himself somehow an angle versus Chills. He is playing the Dawnlight, not playing the Templar build this time around. For Chill Pills, he's going to have to wait until the army is back up and available. 45 seconds is what he needs for his cooldowns. As long as he has an AMS or someone to stop the go, he's got himself a bit of a setup versus Layson. Blind and pets, he's going to have to back up out of there. Layson taking a lot of damage as Mages from around the corner is doing a lot. Lay on hands for Layson is trying to back up out of there. Like Chimplas also get himself a random proc from Red Paladin. From the random sack. Nothing Red Paladin can do, nothing Chills can do. We'll just have to play by ear, boys. Layson, I know what's going on. I see it. I don't think Red Paladin did it on purpose or anything like that, man. I don't think he's did it on purpose. I was Thug? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, that's a big damage on the arms, man. They're looking pretty good. I guess Paladin's not a great, you know, very, very tough to play, I guess. But outside of that, pretty good. Very aggressive. Kind of love it. Chilpa's getting stunned while Motherboard is active. That is a full stun, but Layson is going to get those Dawn Lights. AMS, last thing keeping Chilpa's alive. Death Strikes is the other. Does he have enough damage? Those Dawn Lights, however, do end up taking him out. And Layson, before he can get any kind of a breather, Red Paladin immediately goes into crush him. It's going to be Divines as the last one left over for the team one. Last Paladin left to fight through against Chicago and Red Paladin. Literally named Red Paladin. I like his Mog though. That looks really good. I like the whole like Scarlet Crusade-ish looking, almost classic set. Hold on, you got him interrupted. Holy, is this enough though? Is this enough? Bubbles out. Divines getting that kick is huge. Does get him some Spell Warden, so both are got immunes. And Divines has more health than Red Paladin. Red Paladin winning this duel, man. Mark my words, a Red Paladin is winning this duel right here. Mark my words, Chad. You could bet against me here, but I'm telling you right now, swear on my soul, a Red Paladin is winning this duel. Right here, this one right here. Stun is gonna be Divine, trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a setup. Wake of Ashes to follow. Dawn Light is available. Got himself also Wake of his own. Into a lane hits for Divine. Does Red Paladin have it? Does Red Paladin have a lane hits? He doesn't. Told you, chat. Don't bet against me. I knew Red Paladin was gonna win that one. Chicago is gonna give him. Oh, you doing? Oh, okay. Just aura farming. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah, I do agree. Not enough people aura farm like this, man. Not enough people do this. More people should do this on a regular. Is gonna be Divines given an opportunity to get himself at least a full reset. Well done, man. Well done, well done. I like that honorable walk, man. Still love your weapon. It matches them set so well. So ridiculously well, man. Look at that thing. It looks so good. I love the cracks in the weapon too. I know it's supposed to be like Deathwing looking thing, but it looks amazing. I feel like a smaller version of that would have made an amazing one-handed weapon. Or like an out rogue or something. That would have been so good looking. Got himself full lay on hand. Oh, not lay on hands. Lasso out onto Divines. Does break out of it though. Chicago with the wall ascendance and everything is available. Has the most amount of damage, but a blind out of Divines though with the Searing Glare gonna make Chicago play super defensively. Does have the Bulwark Totem. Is going to be able to get a lot of healing, but Bulwark getting cleaned down very, very quickly, putting Chicago out in the open. Does get a stun totem onto Divine. Trinkets out of it. I don't know if you could have moved the totems last second to land the second stun, but both of them are out and about. Bubble available for Divine. Chicago does have grounding totem. That's about it. All you have is heals. Maybe you just run out. I don't know if that'll be enough stun. I think it's over. And it's over. That is rough, man. Divines does pick up two, and somebody else has got a couple of kills there, but they're cons, so I can't really see. Oh, man. Well done, boys. Super fun hanging out with all of you, man. But that's going to be it for the evening. It's been a lot of fun. Boys, EU came out yesterday. They got a couple of games, but it was really hard to get games going. I am happy to see, though, my NA homies got my back and are out in full swing. Next week, gonna be a huge week for gearing. Red ZZ. Next week is gonna be a huge week for gearing, boys. Get at least one, if you can, get PvE gear. Mythic plus 10 dungeon done, because potentially you get Mythic tier out of it. And that'll be equivalent to Conquest gear, potentially. But yeah, definitely get your Delve Zone at least, so you can get a bit more tier gear out of your Great Gold potentially. And then use the Conquest points to buy the lacquer or the varnish to, you know, turn to PvP. Definitely get it done, man. Gotta get the 4 set ASAP. There's a wait at least a week or two for Remix to be in PTR. I know, dude. I was playing Remix last night. I was having so much fun. I actually started playing just for some footage, and I was having way too much fun. Remix looks like a blast. It's actually so cool to go back to do those storylines and the hard mode of Open World. It's so cool, bro. Yeah, I wish they waited a little bit before they did it, because now I'm like splitting time between season 2 and Remix on PTR, dude. You can't be doing this to me, Blizzard. Oh, boys, thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, super fun hanging out with every single one of you. As always, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna go get some food. I am in big need of food. I haven't eaten anything since I woke up. But super fun hanging out with all of you. Kinetic, definitely gotta do some twos together. And please and 3s. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys all Tuesday for the big midnight announcement. We're going to be doing the stream, I'm assuming early. I think it's going to be up around 2 p.m. EST. I think 2 p.m. EST. I'm going to have to double check, but I will try to see if I can schedule it the night before. So I'll schedule it on a Monday and we can get the stream going Tuesday. I will definitely 6 p.m. GMT, 1 p.m. my time. Thank you. Thank you. So it's at 1. So a little earlier than 2. Obviously. I said it and I thought to myself, well, I'm stupid. But that works out. That works out. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys all in the next stream on that midnight announcement. Should be a lot of fun. Alrighty, boys. Peace.